Hi, chat. Hello, hello, hello. Sorry that my bot wasn't on in the beginning. I have noted down the people who got first crew, and I'm gonna add it manually in the bot, okay? I'll assign one to you so that you still get your points. Also, Mia Playsims, welcome in. I hope you're doing so well. It is super nice to meet you. And Lex is welcome in. I hope wait, it's Lex is bad at games. I can read. Welcome in.
Hi.
You still count for first. Yes, I'll make sure that you guys get it. I can't catch up with all the water plants, but the first crew is important, you know? All the sound alerts, we're just having a little DJ session, huh? But how are you guys? It is good to see you. Let me quickly check that first crew. So Pauline, Esther, Kate, Susie Q, and Koki. Yes, those are the persons I wrote down. Oh, I see we have a dance party incoming as well. You guys want to dance along? Feel free to type exclamation point dance in chat. So I touched my mic. Sorry, I gave you a little kissy chat. I'm sorry. I hope it was consensual. Let me say hello to all of you. Koki, welcome in. Esther, welcome in. Pauline, welcome in. Chris, welcome in. Noisy, welcome in. Carmoon, welcome in. Kate, welcome in. Susie Q, welcome in. Liquor, welcome in. MJ, welcome in. Fiend, welcome in. Frezo, welcome in. Dea, welcome in. Jessica, welcome in. Pinkie Pie, welcome in. Brittany, welcome in. Sophie, welcome in. Also, Mia Place, welcome in. If you have any questions, there was a little like about me posted when you redeemed the Hi I'm New, but if you have any additional questions, please feel free to ask at any time. You'll welcome in and thanks for cheering me on. Thomas, welcome in. Pauline, welcome in. And Nuts, welcome in. Also, Pauline, thanks for cheering me on. Nuts, welcome in and thanks for cheering me on. Mimbim, welcome in. Peace, welcome in and thanks for cheering me on. Lily, welcome in. Noah, welcome in. Love Ghosted, welcome in. Thank you for that follow earlier. Burb, welcome in. Unideal, welcome in. Kate, thank you for the dance party. Lynn, welcome in. Nildris, welcome in. Mo Zimmer, welcome in. Thomas, thanks for cheering me on. We're gonna be doing some building today, so I'm gonna need that cheering on. I actually realized I don't remember who I was. Lynn is next. Oh, we're gonna be working on Lynn's room.
Hello
Oh, we
there.
were working on Lynn's room. I remember now.
General
Yes,
Kenobi.
I remember. And then I picked a wallpaper with a pattern, and you were like, "That's not me." So then we changed it out. But then I was like, "Next time I need you in chat because I need you to confirm what you like." But you're here, so that's good. That's perfect. Then I can like check some things with you, so that we can make sure that the vibe is like right. And then from there, I'll be able to like basically make your room look super cozy. But I want to make sure that I get the vibe right first. Oh, that is true. Yes. Yes, I was on your TV. That was it. Also, Paula, welcome in. It's good to see you. And Kate, thanks for cheering me on. And Mo Zimmer, thank you so much for cheering me on. And Sophia, welcome in. How is everyone doing? How was everyone's Wednesday so far?
There's a tiny text message, a very tiny one. Please read it.
We have a Twitch baby. Thank you so much, Sophia. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please send all your subby perks for a whole month. I appreciate that so much. Yes, you were the messenger. Thank you. See, it's all coming back to me. We haven't worked on this project in such a long time. It feels like forever ago. But thank you so much, Sophia, for the 9-month resub. I appreciate it. And also, Vitic Phil, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for that follow. I appreciate it. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're having an amazing Wednesday so far. Um, any advice for your interview tomorrow? Ooh, I can give you like the straightforward, like, how do you say, like, I don't know. I keep thinking of Dutch ways of to express this, but like the advice that everyone already knows, like be yourself and like it's okay to be nervous. Um, I would say I think whatever type of interview it is, if there's anything that you feel like you really want to make sure that you mention or any questions that you want to make sure to ask, write them down and take a little, like, just a little note with you into the interview. Because sometimes when you get nervous or when there's like a lot of things happening, obvious, thank you. That's the word I was looking for. Why did I not come up with that? Um, but like allow yourself some notes. I would give this tip to everyone who's doing something that they're nervous for, like a presentation or a panel or an interview, or whether it's a job interview or something, doesn't really matter. Um, but like write things down for yourself so that if at any point during the interview you're like, crap, I'm blanking, like I don't know what to say anymore, that maybe you can fall back on a note that you have with you about I don't know, your strong points or questions that you want us to ask or something. Also Senanor welcome in and Jenny welcome in and Anna welcome in and Frosty welcome in. Um but I feel like at least for me, usually having something to fall back on already makes me less nervous about or like worried about forgetting things. And therefore, I'm less likely to forget. Because the more pressure there is to remember something, the easier I'll be like, I don't remember anymore. It's out of my brain. Um, and yeah, I think it shows that you came prepared. Like, it's not just a good thing for yourself, but it also shows to the other person that you came prepared to the interview and that you thought about it beforehand. So I think having a little note with you is good in all ways, basically. Also, Mary Kath, welcome in, and Jane, welcome in. I hope all of you are doing amazing today. I recently started playing The Sims with your significant other, and we've been doing cast and build stuff together. Wait, that is so cute. I'm kind of jealous. My partner doesn't play Sims. You've just inspired me. Um, Hi Abu, welcome in, and Juzzy, welcome in. It's good to see both of you. I hope you're doing amazing. Let me think of a good challenge. You can trick him into already working on a save file by just pretending that like one of you comes up with a story and then like you that could be fun. You could get a random story and then one of you has to make the family and one of you has to make the house and then in the end you'll see how well it matches. And then you can use those for your save file already. Like you're basically working on both. And then but then in the meantime, it's like this fun sort of randomization challenge of if you get a description of a family, what will you both envision for them? Or you could even like both make the family and both make a house and then see what the differences are. You're inspiring me. Now I really want to this is making me very enthusiastic to try this out. Also Madison, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Want to hear a stupid thing I did? Always, every single day, yes. Also, May, welcome in. It's good to see you. Making a sim with specific characteristics and then being like, okay, build a house for this guy in this style with that budget. That is fun. That is really fun. I want to do that too. I think you asked me for inspiration and you just reversed the card for inspiration because now I feel really inspired. Also, Nazadon, welcome in. It's good to see you. Um, and May, it is good to see you. And Naomi, welcome in. It's good to see you. How is everyone doing? I hope you all had a nice Wednesday so far. Net positive of inspiration. True. That is true. That counts. Um, what did I do? I went to Pilates in the morning and then had a breakfast with my friends and then did some household chores and then I recorded 2 videos, which was a struggle because I really wasn't feeling the recording today, but I really had to because I'm on a pretty tight schedule. So I did that and now I'm here. How many parts do you think it will be? I actually know exactly. So I can give you a very, very exact answer for it. Hold on. Um, because I have it all planned out. Like I have a whole content strategy for it or like a whole planning. Uh, it will be 13 parts. So, we're actually halfway in, something like that. Had a very early morning and took some blood samples. Ooh. You did that. I'm proud of you. Let's go. Let's go. Um, and you cleaned a lot. Oh yeah. That sounds like a typical Wednesday, huh? That sounds like a good Wednesday. Also, Haley, welcome in. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. I can give you a very exact answer. Your autism is like, yay, thank you. Which mod room were you working on last? Lynn's. I'm working on Lynn's room right now. I started the room, but I haven't like fully completed it yet. We were literally just getting started with it. So we're probably gonna work on that most of the stream today. Um Also, Bella, welcome in. You came from YouTube. Thank you. Thank you for coming from YouTube to Twitch. I always really, really appreciate it when people do that. Um, New summer clothes and had a lovely catch up with a friend. Oh, that sounds like such a good Wednesday. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Also, Lizzie, welcome in. It's good to see you. Wait, Abu texted me. Am I allowed to read it on stream? Oh, I see why you sent it here. Okay. This is very funny. Okay, so chat. Hi, Tori, and hi, Jace. Welcome in. It's good to see you. So, Abu also streams. Abu got a haircut today. Abu was very excited to show his haircut to everyone. Abu started screaming in Discord. Everyone come to my stream. I'm going to show you my haircut. People show up, very excited, to only find out Abu is not live. Abu was so excited about his new haircut, he forgot to go live. I wish I could say this was something that would never happen to me. Unfortunately, I can 100% see myself do this as well. Hi, Raven. Welcome in. It's good to see you. I can 100% see myself be so excited that I'm like, everyone, you have to come watch now. And then everyone's like, but where? It does look very nice and shiny. I have to agree, your hair looks like very, very good right now. Not that it didn't look good before, but it looks like extra good right now. Just finished catching up on the Pack Legacy episodes. I love that. Let's go. I am recording a new one on Friday again, and I'm really excited for this generation. I think this generation is going to be a lot of fun, also very chaotic. When you forget to unmute halfway through stream, has never happened to me. What do you mean, Anna? I don't know. Pro streamer right here. Stuff like that never happens. Oh, yeah, I've been actually meaning to ask that. Did you get it cut before TwitchCon, or is it just a coincidence that you went to the hairdresser? Speaking of, oh my goodness, I'm finally going to the hairdresser on Sunday, actually. Look at how bad it is. Like, especially if you lift my hair. It's like this whole part. It's so bad. I'm really happy I'm finally going again. I'm gonna get my brows done on Friday morning, and then I'm gonna get my hair done. What do you mean I see no roots? You don't? Must not be wearing your glasses. Uh, um, I found you by your MCC tutorial because I just started playing The Sims. Let's go. I love it when people, like, specifically know how they found me. That, like, in a weird way, that's such a big compliment that it was memorable. It blends well. I feel like it blends pretty okay when on, like, hair wash day, because then I've put color conditioner in, and what also helps is then my hair is, like, there's no oil at the top, which obviously the oil is gonna make it, darker. I don't know yet, Mozimmer. I've been thinking about it. I am gonna make a Notion template for it, but I'm waiting for her to, like, straighten out all the testing because I don't wanna make the template and then go back and adjust it. I have talked to her about making a template for it, and she was very excited about it, but, I'm kinda just waiting for her to, like, release the challenge officially, because it's public, but she might change things still. But I don't know if I wanna play it myself. I was thinking earlier that if I ever in my life finish the Not So Berry challenge, it would be fun to do this as a follow-up. Um, but obviously I'm only on Gen 6 of the Not So Berry challenge, and I've been taking like 3 years, so let's be real, it will be a while before we get there, unless I, like, out of nowhere start playing a lot more Not So Berry. I wanna do a 12-hour Not So Berry stream, though. We're gonna do a 12-hour gaming stream in June because you guys unlocked it for, the charity event. And I was thinking of just dedicating like a really long stream to gameplay. I don't know if I can actually go for 12 full hours, but I want to really just kind of make some progress. And sometimes a 3 hour stream is just too short to make proper progress. So I've been thinking about doing that maybe. Um, to hopefully see if I can get like a little bit further. I do really like her new legacy challenge. I think it's fun, but there is a bit of a but here. With Shella releasing a new challenge and Kayla releasing a new challenge, they have inspired me. And I was like, "Oh, it would be fun to make another challenge because it's just really fun to write a legacy." And I've had an idea in my head since like January this year. And I feel like slowly things are clicking into place. And the new expansion actually fit so well into my legacy idea. So I've blocked some time for later this year in June to actually sit down and write a first version to see if it works. Because I have this idea in my brain, but I don't know if it will actually come together and if it will work. It is not going to be a very traditional legacy challenge. So where the pack legacy is obviously pretty traditional, it's just a very long one, but it's just a generation with goals. I think this one would be more like the Llamas and Legends one from Shella, where it takes the concept of a legacy challenge. Well, I'm maybe in that way, my legacy would be even more traditional than a regular legacy, if that makes any sense. I don't know how to explain it yet without actually spoiling the idea, but I'm excited for it. I'm very excited. Um, who is cooking over here? I
It's
mean,
me.
I hope so.
Hi.
I hope
Welcome,
so.
welcome, it's
Hi,
me.
Liv. It's good to see you. And Rosalia, welcome in. And Magda, welcome in. It's good to see all of you.
Hi.
Not that I like to, not that I play any legacy things, but I like to hear about it. That's fair. That's fair. Um,
What's up,
Also,
what's up,
you
what's
came
up,
from an Emma Nicole raid.
everyone?
Whoa, that is a lifetime ago, Burp. Like, I know that you've been here for a really long time. Obviously, you've been here for 2 years, but still,
Whoop whoop.
still, that's wild.
Getting close to 2 years.
Also, speaking of 2 years, Anna, you're getting so close to 2 years. What the heck? Thank you so much. Please enter all your subby perks for a whole month. I hope you're doing well. I think I found you through a Simsy raid, and then you told us you do co-working, and now I watch nearly every co-working stream. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It is wild to realize that people have come from so many different places. Also, Chris, hi, it is good to see you. I'm doing good. How are you? I hope you're doing amazing today. Um, you also came from an Emma raid? Oh, I miss Emma on Twitch. I still talk to her on Instagram. And last year at TwitchCon Rotterdam, I basically hung out with her every single day. We didn't really know each other that well beforehand, but it just kind of happened that we continuously found each other at parties and we just kept hanging out and it was very fun. But she isn't going to be there this year. I'm really sad because I would love to see her again. She said that she might be going to the US one though, so I'm hoping. And otherwise I might just have to might need to figure out another way to see her. Chocolate pudding for 3 days? Does that mean that you can share a little bit with me, Liv? Because I'd like some chocolate pudding. That sounds very delicious. You wait. Whoa, Lena, what? You came with a raid from Lisa? That is even longer ago. What? That is wild. It does make sense though. I don't know why, but like vibe wise, I can see that work because I know that you also do obviously like building on YouTube and she does building on YouTube. So it makes sense that you guys connected. I don't know if that's actually how you connected with her, but also Ravenlaw, welcome in. It is good to see you. It's weird to be in bed when it's light outside, but isn't it nice though? I love being in bed when it's light outside. Not even when I'm taking a nap, but just like existing in my bed when I know that I could be lifing, but I'm just in bed. You also came from a Kayla raid. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. And Knetter, welcome in. It's good to see you. And Melody, welcome in. It's good to see you as well. I may or may not have created some 20-ish charts from the data that I gathered in my master thesis. 20 is a lot. but that must have been so satisfying. Back in 2022. That's exactly why, yeah. I don't know, it just makes sense. Like, it just it like, the dots connected in my brain. I don't remember who rated into you, but, for me, but I'm so glad I did. Now I'm curious as well, because you joined so early on. I feel like I didn't have a lot of raids at the time. Um, Hi, Rayleigh, welcome in, it's good to see you, I hope you're doing well. Wait, you came with Beth? It's so fun to realize all of your origin stories. For you it was Simmery, the day you wait, the day I got partner? Stop. That's so cool. I hung out with Simmery not too long ago. We went for a coffee. She came to Rotterdam. That was so nice. I'm very excited to see her again as well. Also Katinka, welcome in. Welcome, welcome. And Raven, thanks for cheering me on. I found you because you were on my front page actually. Partially because of that doppelganger story. Fair enough. Fair enough. Wait, so you because I was on your front page? I thought you just joined because one of the 5 million ASM artists that we both hang out in gave me a shout out at one point. Um, Actually, through the Llamas and Legends Notion tracker, and then I discovered that you like give really solid advice for Sims. Thank you. I'm so glad. That is really, really sweet. And also just in general, thank you so much for checking out my content, like, after finding the Notion tracker. Because that's definitely not something I mean, I would never expect that from anyone, but it's definitely not something that everyone does, of course. So thank you. That was very kind. Mm, and I'm happy that you think my Sims advice is solid. Maybe I should add that to my resume. Be like, Rosannatxt gives solid Sims advice. I just saw you on my front page as suggested streamer, and I like the small picture of what I could see. The rest is history. What? Wait, 1 week ago? For some reason, it feels like you've been here for so much longer. That is weird how time works. I found you because destiny insisted. No, but actually, do you remember? Because I, I don't know if I remember how I found your stream. Probably through mutuals. Meg dragged me here and it was not a raid. She was just like, "Peace, you get your ass over here right now." Wait, you found me after you created your Twitch account? Twitch was like, "This person just created an account, but we already know this is a good stream." Also, Nymphleora, welcome in. It's so good to see you. I heard of you I hadn't heard of you until I saw you on my front page. And no joke, I gotta show you the evidence of yes, yes, please. If you have a screenshot or a picture, I'd love to see it. Feel free to put it in the Discord. Um, I found Shella through the Notion tracker. Oh, I love that. Shella is amazing. Um, actually amazing. I'm actually reactivating my Twitch account like 4 years after I stopped watching streams. What? Stop. That is so cool. Welcome back. I hope you're enjoying your time here again. Much has changed in the past 4 years. Like, I started streaming about 4 years ago, and it is kind of wild sometimes if you look back. Maybe Twitter. Oh, you might be right. Yeah. Back in the day. I feel like right now, like, Twitter is virtually impossible if you want to network with other streamers. Um, Like, there is still a lot of streamers trying to network, but it's just such a dumpster fire that it's really hard to navigate all the bull crap on there. But back in the day when I just started streaming, it was actually a pretty good way to find other beginner streamers. Like, unrelated to the size of their account. It was just like everyone was kind of like, "Oh, I just started," like, in that sort of beginning of COVID era of there was, like, 2 batches. There was the people who started in 2020 during the first lockdown, and then there was the batch of people that started in 2021 during the second lockdown. But it kinda felt like we had immediately had our little community of, "Oh, yeah, we all started in this same time period," or something. Also, thank you so much for the follow, I appreciate it. Um, Oh, that is fair. Yeah, yeah, that is also completely okay, Chris, if you wanna show them in person. I can absolutely see that. Um, I do have to lurk because of course I do. I love you too. Thank you so much for lurking. I hope you enjoy it. I found you through see, but that is even wilder to me, Dale, that you found me through something that was so unrelated to The Sims. That's even cooler. Um, so I can start streaming again. I mean, I always say to people, if you have the itch, just go for it. You have literally nothing to lose. You can just stream. And then if you're having fun, you're having fun. And if you don't have fun anymore, you don't stream anymore. It's really that easy. Um, back when we actually used and we were successful with Twitter. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, back in the day. Also, I'm starting up my game. The ads are about to run. So, while the ads are running, I'll just make sure that I load into the save file and stuff. And then when the ads are done, we're going to start some building. Academia basically left Twitter collectively. Yeah, that is completely fair though. I the only reason I'm there still is because there's a couple of companies, for instance, The Sims, who simply are not on any other platform. So if I want to be able to sort of stay in touch with what is going on, I'm gonna have to follow them on Twitter. But unfortunately, like fortunately, I don't spend a lot of time on there, so I still miss a lot of things. Um, from recommended, I clicked on your account because I remembered I heard your name on Simsy stream. Wait, really? Stop. See, these things are so wild to me. That like networking is such a weird concept actually if you actually think about it. Um that is true. Yeah. The US people also stream middle of the night for me. Unless there's like a couple of US streamers that start towards the end of their like afternoon, then I can catch maybe 2 hours of their stream. But I'm always happy to find fellow European streamers. Because it's just so nice to have a good amount of streamers to hang out with on my days off or on my weekends and stuff like that. Um um on Twitch for giveaways in November, but stayed for you. Thank you. That was very sweet of you to say. I don't really remember how I found you, but it was either a raid from Anouk or Ellen or Sweetie. Could be. Could be. Probably Ellen, I think, at the time. Also, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. Thank you, All Unicorn. How was your stream? I hope you had an amazing stream today. What were you up to? I would love to hear it. Singularity, welcome in. Isla, welcome in. Owl Unicorn, welcome in. Is it wait, I wanna read that correctly. Canaanite? I hope I read that correctly. Please correct me if I butcher that. Sometimes my brain is not braining. um, of course, make sure that your dinner doesn't burn. That is completely fair, but it's good to see you, Isla. And also, thank you for that shout out. For anyone hanging out here, if you're looking for a wonderful friend to follow, please, please, please go drop your bum on the follow button that is floating above chat right now. But how was your stream? I hope you had a great stream today. What were you up to? Let me scroll up, then I can sneak peek. Sims, were you building? Were you game playing? Were you casting? I always love to hear it. We finally finished up a pink cottage I've been working on. Let's go. Ooh, a pink cottage. Sounds really cutesy. Is it like bright pink or pastel pink? Just so that I can kind of form a picture in my head. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. But yeah, for anyone who's new, welcome in. My name is Rosanna or Ro. I use she, her pronouns. On this channel, we do co-working, gaming, and a sprinkle of IRL streams. And today we're actually going to be doing some building in The Sims as well. I am just starting up my game. We currently have some ads, so I'm just waiting for the ads to be over before I actually start building. But I am making a huge mansion for my moderators in The Sims 4. So I built this huge house, and then I'm giving all of them a room based on their personality and everything. And yeah, I'm very excited to continue with it. Chris, thank you so much for the 100 biddies. I appreciate it. Thank you,
Still
thank
alert.
you.
Have a great
And thank you for
evening.
the lurk. I hope you enjoy it. But yeah, that's what I've been working on. This is our 20th stream that we're working on this build. So it's been quite the project. I'll make sure to show you guys around before we actually dive into what I've been working on. But yeah, I started working on the ambassador shell yesterday and I had so much fun. It's such a good way for me to get back into The Sims. Yay! That is what I love about shell challenges. I feel like shell challenge in the past have gotten me back into The Sims multiple times. Um, your anniversary next week. How many is anniversary? As in like a year anniversary? Um, but I love that for you. That is so exciting. Early congrats already. And thank you so much again for the raid. I do really appreciate it. If you need to go raid and run, raid and rest, please make sure to do so. We always say here that self-care is very sexy, so make sure to practice it. But obviously, you and your community are super duper welcome to hang out here. I am quickly gonna open my save file so that I can show you guys the build. Um Oh, I clicked play instead of build. Hold on. When is your Twitch anniversary? Which one? As in my first stream anniversary? Because technically at this point, I have a first stream anniversary, an affiliate anniversary, a partner anniversary, and an ambassador anniversary. Um, but for my first stream anniversary, that would be the 14th of July. Um, Hold on. I'm just gonna quickly go back to manage worlds because I just want to go into build mode instead of gameplay. Oh god, Esther. I keep forgetting that's a link and you guys can access it that easily. But yes, if you're ever curious to see my very first stream, it exists on the internet. It's on YouTube. You can click the link that was just posted in chat. It's a cringe. Which one is the most important to you? That's a good question. I I feel like my partner and ambassador versary are really close to each other. So I would consider that almost like one celebration. Like if I were to celebrate it in the future, I would pick one date to celebrate both. I did that this year as well. I think the affiliate one is maybe the least important because I feel like when you get partner, that kind of triumphs over the affiliate one, if that makes any sense. So then I have to pick between my partner ambassador versary and my first stream. I really don't know, actually. Did you do that? No, we painted that on the wall. It's actually this room. I just changed it. But yeah, I painted that together with my sister. Hi, Lenny. It is good to see you. I hope you're doing so well. And thanks for cheering me on. But I decided to paint over it because that background was so determining of this room that I felt like it was in a way almost limiting my content because it always looked the same. Like that wall was so prominent. Um and with this I can change like the colors and I can change the things on the shelf and it's a bit more neutral, so depending on the decoration I can change the mood a bit more and I just like that to have that flexibility. Um you're okay. I'm glad to hear that. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. I am very excited to get back into this build. Um so yeah, for anyone who hasn't seen this, this is my mod mansion. The mod mansion is a huge house that I built in Del Sol Valley because my mods obviously deserve all the best. And in this house, they don't only have all the most luxurious amenities and rooms like an indoor cinema, a library, a party room, a big pool, a gym and saunas, and everything, but they also all have their own customized room. Up front, I asked my mods to fill in a little questionnaire about their favorite color and their hobbies and everything. And I have been going room by room to create personalized rooms for them. So, for instance, this is a room for my mod, Lena, whose favorite color is light blue and really likes bohemian style. She has a dog, loves to read, she plays a lot of The Sims. So, this is one of the rooms in the house, and then all of the common areas are also decorated to make sure that it's warm and cozy and inviting. We have this huge kitchen where all of us could eat together. I will also be living in this mansion, so I will also be staying with the mods in the house. And yeah, over time, I've just been slowly chipping away at this project because obviously it is a huge build. Because I'm very lucky. I have 12 moderators, and then I have an honorary mod who used to mod for me who will also have a room in this house. And then I will live here too. And then we wanted to have a butler apartment. So it's a big, big, big build project, but I have been having so much fun. And it's a great way for both me and chat to get to learn the mod, to get to learn, wow, to get to know the mods better and to like learn about their interests and their favorite places in the world and stuff like that. So, yeah, this is what we've been working on. I would already be happy with only living on that little island in the pool. Okay, so this is your room, Yule. You get to hang out with Mr. Turtle. You remembered something, you want you add wait, what do you wanna add to the room, Lena? You can have my DJ Khaled poster. Every single time you call Bob Pancakes DJ Khaled, it's just so funny. Um, what do you want, Lena? Let me know. But yeah, we started working. We're currently working on Lynn's room, and I'll give you guys a quick little recap of what Lynn has answered in the questionnaire. Also, Elliot, is very good to see you. So, Lynn's favorite color is green, like sage green and dark green, like a good foresty green. Her hobbies are crafting, reading, gaming, and music. I don't mind a little piano or guitar featured, she says. If I had to describe my interior style, she says vintage, secondhand furniture with mostly like wood and earthy colors and a lots of and it says candles as well. So I'm probably gonna add quite some candles in here. She said that she is a bit in between a maximalist and a minimalist. She has a lot of stuff, but she wants to have it all in place, like it has its own dedicated spot. She says that she kind of owns a lot of clutter and clothes. She would consider herself an organized mess, and I get to do with that whatever I want. Um, so her job is a teacher, although that doesn't feature a lot at her house other than just having books for teaching. Her favorite food is pasta and sushi. We're not necessarily representing everyone's favorite food, but I just thought it is a very fun thing to learn about people what their favorite food is. One of the favorite places that she's ever traveled to is Bolivia. Um, and she says this also gets a few little corners in my home. I actually wanted to ask you about that. Like, what does it need to have in your room to represent that? Basically, I mean, I have a salt lamp, which you could associate with the salt fields. Is it called salt fields? I don't know what it's actually called. I know what it's called in Dutch, but I don't know what it's called in English. Um, but and then let's see, she likes more realistic paintings, like drawings or oil paintings with nature motifs, forests, and animals. And then she says, she's like, do you have any like guidance for me for this build? And she writes, I like my cozy space. Lots of small lights. And then in brackets, but capitalized, I hate ceiling lights. Blankets and pillows also need to be involved. Also, most of my furniture are old secondhand or vintage that I renovated. Even though I like my dark and earthy colors, I still want my space to be bright and fresh. Big windows and light walls. You love listening to music and would love to get some records in your room? Wait, I thought I added that. Look, you have 2 ways of listening to music, actually, Lena. You have a record station and a CD player with some CDs on display. I gave you a special little music nook. Some fabric there and some pottery. Okay. I'll see if I can work that in there. Also, Danielle, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. No, you're all good, Lena. No need to say sorry. I love that you're actually like making sure that your interests are well represented into the room. I'm glad that I caught that though. That I already made you a little music corner. I also gave you a guitar. um, okay, so for Lynn's room, this is kind of what I've been going with for now. So we went for a very simple wallpaper. At first I had a feature wall, but you said that doesn't feel like me, so I got rid of it. Um, and I'm trying to incorporate things like blankets and pillows, but also kind of go for furniture that looks like it might have been upcycled. So style-wise, I think things need to look a bit like they could be vintage, if that makes any sense. Yeah, I have put a lot of candles and lamps out on the floor because I was like, I need to make sure that I have enough of it to make sure that the room is well lit. What you've done so far is very good. Okay, good, good. So I found this item, which I feel like is kind of giving that retro look. As you can see, I've grabbed any small light that I thought looked cute and just placed them in the room. I also found these pictures in the catalog, which I felt like maybe could work in the room. Although now that I'm seeing this, I don't know if it has a okay, maybe I'll go for that one because I think the frame matches a little bit better than the dark frame. And it still has animals on it. And considering that you do horseback riding, I feel like maybe having a horse on there is actually very appropriate. Um, so then obviously you mentioned a piano and a guitar, and your room is pretty big, so I might as well just get that as right. The left one is very me. This one, okay. So kind of like the old school poster. I have one of these in my kitchen as well. Okay, so then maybe I'll get rid of that one because it's very similar, I feel like, in painting wise. But then I think I could get this one with like there's different swatches. And then we can get like different variants that I'll just use across the room. This also feels like it could work kind of reference to your teaching. Ooh, that one is cute. Like a bit of botanicals in it. Um, I was gonna grab a piano and a guitar. Mm, so for the piano, I feel like maybe then it would also be fun to have one of those that looks a bit like you upcycled it. And I think we have ones, although they all have like a pattern on it. And then I don't know if that makes any sense. Like those look brand new. I really wish that that one, like it wouldn't look as brand new. No, that looks even fancier, to be honest. We also have this one. This one does look a little bit upcycled. Was that a flapjack octopus poster? Um, you mean this one? You have one of those pianos? Wait, you mean the ones that have like stickers and stuff on it? Also, hi, sweetie. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Because if you have one of those with the stickers on it, something like this, then I might actually give you that if you literally have one of those. That would be the perfect match then. Because I feel like this one does look like the wood looks a bit more lived. Uh the look of the sticker one, but I don't have stickers on it, just plain brown. Okay. Then I mean I could just go for the plain brown one. So we got a good start to the day. Let's go. I am happy to hear that. Okay, so then we have this piano and then a guitar. I think for the guitar, we should be able to get one that looks a bit more vintage. I love to say it like that. I once had a coworker and she came up to me and another coworker and she was like, "So I bought this new like color collection and it's totally vintage." She didn't know how to say vintage and it was adorable. It was a very she was like a bit older Dutch lady, so she didn't really speak any English. So she just genuinely read that word as vintage. Um, yes. Yes, this is a really pretty piano and it actually comes in like so many different color swatches. But again, I really wish that the wood ones also looked a bit more lived, if that makes sense. Um okay, let's see. I'm trying to find so I've seen a guitar, but that one actually that is a very beautiful guitar. It's autographed even. That does in a way almost make it look not secondhand, but like personal. No, I don't like that one. That one could also work. That also looks like a bit, it just looks used. Like, it looks like someone is actually playing the guitar. Um, what do you play more, Lynn? Do you play more guitar or more piano? Um, okay, and then I want to make sure to have a desk and a bookcase. Right now, I'm just getting all the elements ready, basically, to make sure that from there we can kind of build up. I wish I could have my piano in my apartment, but I don't think a single person would want to try and get it up to the 3rd floor. Oh, yeah. No, that's fair. I think when my parents, when they still had a real piano, um, they hired movers to move it in. You definitely play more piano, but you enjoy both. Okay. Um, is that green or is that more bluish? Could be green, and that is also kind of giving a bit like 70s vibes, like a bit more retro. I'll get that for now. Mm, although it do like that color doesn't really match. Hmm. Also, Elizabeth, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. It is good to see you. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. Okay, so if you had to pick from these colors, I'm like trying to figure out um wood and earthy colors. Because I feel like this would be a very fun color pop, but I don't know if you would like that. And I could also just go for something like this. I was thinking of maybe making some sort of like an end piece to the bed. You like the green or the lightest one? Okay. Because if I want to put it next to the bed, I think the green one kind of clashes in color. But then maybe I'll just go for the light one. Because I was thinking then you kind of create that separation between the bedroom area and the rest of the room. Um, and then we can put some cute stuff on there. Obviously, you also need a wardrobe. And I now picked this as a bookcase, but I think that doesn't necessarily look like a full bookcase. Um, like it looks more like a cabinet that you happen to also store some books in. The rug is very pretty, I know. I just realized I don't have my CC on. Hold on. Yes, now we're finally getting somewhere. See, that's some cute books. Um, because in my CC I have so much more good stuff. Love those curtains, I know. I feel like these curtains were such a good find for this room because they're also like double. You want ramen? Now you make me want ramen. Same, Elizabeth. As soon as you go down the CC hole, it's like so difficult to get back. Like it's virtually impossible. Are you recording? It should be recording. Yes, thank you for checking though. Um, I'm trying to figure out like kind of sort of the aesthetic that I want to go for. Sorry for my throat. There. I feel like that one kind of matches this one, but I don't like the colors on it. Maybe that one is the best. I just realized that I have to turn move objects on. Otherwise, I'm gonna struggle to place things all this time. Um, because now I have this one and this one. I think I can work with that. Let's get a ward or like a closet in here. And Lynn says that she had a lot or kind of yes to a lot of clutter and clothes. Um, so let's figure out how to work that into the bedroom in terms of laundry space, I wanted to say. Like, I'm very tempted to go for something like this, but I don't think that works. That doesn't look thrifted. You know what I mean? It would fit perfectly in this corner, but I don't think that makes sense. Do you have a big wardrobe? Because I feel like that is going to determine a lot. Whether I go for like more like a small cabinet like this or like a big wardrobe where you can also hang your clothes. Um, Definitely more cluttered than clothes. Okay. So then maybe not a big wardrobe. Maybe then a smaller one. Mm. Where do you get your CC? Ooh, if you want to check out my YouTube channel, I have a whole list, with like a whole playlist with all my CC videos, and in that I showcase them and I tell you where I get it. Because I download directly from the creator, so I don't think you would have much use of me being like, this creator, this creator, this creator, but I do have all of them linked on my website. Oh, yes, thank you, for also putting that in chat, Lena. So I do also have an overview of all my Sims mods, which, includes a list of CC. But then it's just the links, so then you wouldn't necessarily know what it is. So if you have the video, you would have the visual and the link with it. You have quite a small wardrobe. I'm more of a capsule closet person, so I have only seasonal clothes in my closet and the rest is in hidden boxes. Okay. That is very, very good to know. Then I'm just gonna go and that is pretty. Hmm. Very pretty, but I don't feel like it is exactly what I want to go for. Let's figure out green. Let's see what I have. Mm. Okay, hold up. That's not the right shade of green. But that with like the little decoration on it. Kana, welcome in. Hello, hello. How are you doing? How was your stream today? Thank you for coming over. I appreciate it. Hello, hello. Combo base, welcome in. Superstar, welcome in. How was your stream? Were you building? Were you gameplaying? Were you casting? I would love to hear it. Thank you so much. And Kana, of course, welcome in as well. Can we get a big Mahusive shout out for Kana, please? For anyone hanging out here, if you're looking for a wonderful, wonderful simmer to follow, please make sure to go drop your bum on the follow button that is floating above chat right now. And for anyone who's new, hi, my name is Rosanna or Ro. I use she, her pronouns. On this channel, we do gaming, co-working, and a sprinkle of IRL. And today we are doing a build where I am making a mansion for all my Twitch mods, and all of them are getting a personalized room in this house. So I'm currently working on the room for my mod, Lynn. And yeah, you're super welcome to hang out here, but if you need to go raid and run, raid and rest, raid and lurk, stuff like that, thank you so much for bringing your friends over, but also make sure to practice some self-care. um, Building. Wait, you were working on my shell challenge? I'm so excited to see what you're making with it. I can't wait to see what people have made with the shell. That is so exciting. I feel yawn. I had really good dinner earlier, so now I'm a bit sleepy. But like in a good way. Okay, I'm kind of low-key obsessed with this little cabinet because it looks upcycled. I don't know if you like it too, Lynn. What was for dinner? Very delicious gnocchi. You love it? Okay, awesome. Then I might just keep it in this green color as well. Been having so much fun with it. I am so happy. I love to hear that people are like having fun with the shell challenge because that is why I create them. Because obviously I also have fun with it, but it's just really nice to see other people enjoying it as well. Um, so I'm currently working on a room for my mod Lynn, and I'm really trying to figure out how to combine all these shades of green. Um, because as per usual in The Sims, it is not very consistent. I'm really tempted to make that one yellow. Like, not have too much yellow, but I think that almost looks a bit brown. I think it just pops more next to that wardrobe. And the reason I wanted to do that is because I think if you add like a mirror above it, you can make that like a really pretty corner for um, like makeup and stuff. And I want to have a mirror that looks thrifted as well. Um, which almost makes me want to have a mirror that is like leaning like this, but then raised up. No, wait, that is actually not leaning. The other one is leaning. Hmm. Okay, wait, let's get rid of the green swatch. Also, it's me, Holly T. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. It is very nice to meet you. Like something like this, but then smaller, because that one is obviously huge. Um, that one is just snapping to the wall though, so that's not what I want. Mm. That one's also leaning. Hmm. Or attached to the wall, I mean. And I want to have a leaning one. Because I mean, there's more mirrors that also could look a bit more vintage. So it's not like I need that, but I just think that would be so pretty. Or otherwise, so oh, that is huge. I didn't realize that mirror would be so big. I also have a small version. But that almost looks too modern. That doesn't look like it could be thrifted. This is a surface mirror. Oh, wait, that actually stands on the surface. Okay. Interesting. Um, yeah, no, I think I'm just gonna have to go for a regular wall mirror, but then I kind of want to get that one back that I had earlier. Uh, This one, and then the dark green one. So I think that is very pretty. Although, again, why? Oh my god, the 3 colors of green are annoying me. Hmm. We could go for a wooden frame, honestly. That kind of brings in the yellow and the green together as well. Um, okay, I don't like that light there, so I want to have that light somewhere else. That light there, I do like it. Can't you make it lean with tool? I technically, well, I actually don't know. With things that snap to the wall, I don't know if that works. I could try. Hold on, because then before I do that, hello? Cancel? Tool didn't want to go away. That was very weird. Okay. No. Rotate. I never know which side to rotate to. Okay, so that does work. Mm. I always go too slow with this, and then after like 3 or 4 times, I'm like, ah, dang, that goes so slow. See, now I accidentally lowered it as well. Um, and then I get too rushed and I mess it up. That didn't go up, did it? There we go. Thank you for the save reminder. Do I like that? I think I do. I think it's leaning a little bit too much. Uh, yeah, that's better. I hate sometimes. I don't know why it snaps to the train and it goes down because I have that setting turned off, but it still does that. Okay. I do have a shader in my game, yes. If you do exclamation point graphics, you get all the graphic settings of my game. Also, Kim Luna, welcome in. And Katinka, welcome in. It's good to see you as well. And Animated Toy, welcome in, of course. I hope you're doing amazing today. Um, let's see. Some flowers on there as well. And then I need to get some clutter. Maybe I should just go to the clutter category, honestly. Um, Thank you, Lena. Thank you, Esther. Just finished a huge Sims build. It's an autumn colored modern mansion. Ooh, let's go. You're gonna use it for the 100 baby challenge. That is exciting. I love that you're gonna play in your own build. I feel like making a build for the 100 baby challenge is definitely almost like a specialism, you know? Like you need to really know what you're doing for that to make that work. Um Why does that jump up? Oh, it jumps up to the platform in Micah's room. Lol. That's annoying. Okay. Your household size is 80? You're gonna have all of the babies at the same time? Okay, that should go on a sofa, but we can totally have a little sofa in here with a blanket. I think that might actually be super cozy. Um So considering you really like crafting and reading, I think I should make sure that I have a good spot for that. Also, hi Huff, it is good to see you. Thank you so much for the hydrate. I appreciate it. You started very veggie today. Enjoy. Enjoy, enjoy. It seems so fun. It seems like such a fun challenge. Maybe I'll play that in my free time. The thing is, I said the same about Llamas and Legends, and I genuinely still think that I would play that in my free time. Okay, so for the sofa, I definitely don't want it to be green because at this point we have so much green in this room that I think it might get too much if we continue with the green. I like all the green details, but I think the sofa can just be like a really warm color. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Okay, at this point, it's hard to see sometimes. See, in that room, that looks super bright orange, and outside, it's still pretty orange, but well, actually, I do like that sofa, but maybe in a different color. That all looks so light. See, do you know what I mean? That is like supposed to be brown, but it looks so orangey. Um, in a relationship with 3 men based on my favorite anime characters. Let's go. That sounds like the proper amount of chaos, though, for a good Sims challenge, you know? Okay, that is too much of the same color. So let's add back the green. And then I want to add more pillows as well. But let's save first. Also, hi, Thoughts and Phoenix, welcome in. Of course, and Moira, welcome in. He has been eagerly discussing his idea for residential small business. Stop. That is adorable. I love that so much for you guys. I hope you have the bestest of time when you get to play together again. The thing is, I don't play The Sims with my partner, but I do play The Sims with my best friend. She's actually the one that got me into The Sims. And she still comes over and then we do like Sims days. So we have one scheduled in June and she's actually because Scott will be traveling for 13 days, I think. So I'll be home alone for almost 2 weeks. And I don't really mind being alone. I'm pretty okay with being alone actually. I used to live on my own for quite a long time. But if you live together and then all of a sudden your partner is going to be away for like 13 days, that is still no matter how used to you are to being alone, like how comfortable you are with that, it's still, it gets a bit lonely. So, I asked my best friend, I was like, "Do you wanna come and have a Sims sleepover?" So she's gonna come over to my house and, we're gonna do a sim sleepover, so she's gonna come here for the whole Saturday and the whole Sunday, and then we're gonna do, like, the setup where I have 3 screens, and she can just bring her Mac Mini because she plays on a Mac Mini, and then we hook up her Mac Mini to one of my screens, and then I have my screen for The Sims, and then my vertical monitor is just for, like, Spotify and music and stuff. And then we buy snacks and things, and then, I grab my other desk chair, so both of us, like, actually have a proper setup. She brings her mouse and keyboard as well. So we just sit here and we just both have, like, a really good setup to game for the whole day. And then, because Scott isn't here, she can also sleep in my bed, so it's just, like, she doesn't have to sleep on, like, an air mattress or on the sofa or anything. So then we're gonna just chill and relax and sleep in, and maybe we're gonna go and do a Pilates class on Sunday morning and then play more Sims. I'm actually really excited about this. I'm the only thing that I'm scared about, and this sounds like such a silly thing to say to be scared about, but is that the weather's gonna be like super nice. Because then this room gets really warm. And it's weird, but I hope that it will rain that weekend because then it's just gonna be like infinitely more cozy, you know? Um, okay. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to lay all of this out. But I'm kind of digging the whole sofa sort of in the middle of the room because look, so my vision here is that you can sit here and read or like crochet and stuff with this view and that you just have like this super big window. And then I'm going to put like a nice coffee table and stuff. We are halfway through the week. Let's go, let's go. Also, hi Sage, it's good to see you. Um, that sounds so freaking wholesome and perfect. I know. I'm so excited. And it's also gonna be really fun. Because I think like both of us have a really busy month of upcoming. Like we all both have a lot of plans and things and we're gonna see each other a couple of times in between, but not like have a lot of time to really talk about like life stuff. And it's just so nice to be able to like already look forward to the fact that I get to hang out with my best friend for a whole weekend and that we will actually in fact have time to talk about life stuff and just really like properly catch up. Um you've consumed too much cheese? Oh no. Oh no, that is not good. What if I also give you this chair? There's no such thing as too much cheese. I mean, I think I agree, but also I know my stomach, and I know that my stomach might not agree with that. I feel like rattan furniture almost immediately looks pretty, thrifted. Um, maybe some kind of chest or other storage furniture would be nice behind the couch. Yes, I wanna see if that doesn't get too cluttered, though, with also having this over here. But I can see what you envision. Uh, as as a lactose intolerant, you can confirm there is such a thing as too much cheese. Yes, I can imagine. Okay, so I can also see something like this, which like looks like almost like a homemade coffee table with some like items that you found at the thrift shop. You also said that you really like pillows and blankets, so I'm just adding like a bunch of pillows and blankets here. I do think that maybe this sofa needs to scoot back a little bit. As long as it's not melted. Oh, that is very true. I once had a pizza with so much melted cheese on it. It was disgusting. As a lactose tolerant and cheese lover, there is definitely a thing as too much cheese. Yeah, I think I would have to agree. I also think that I can definitely see a situation where one would have too much cheese. Um Okay, hold on. I'm just trying to like figure out at this point what to do with the that green is an ugly green, huh? So not using that one. What to do with like the light placement here? I want to make sure that we get like a nice light placement um in this room. I don't know what to do with that light specifically. For now, I'll just put it here. But I think it's actually probably going to go somewhere more over here. But I do think that at this point, it might be nice to start, like, placing the candles in different places in the... I don't know about you guys on this cheese thing. You was like, for me, there's no such thing as too much cheese. It just doesn't exist. Um... As a lactose tolerant and cheese hater, I have to say there is too much cheese for sure. I love how everyone's pitching in. And like, no, but for this reason, my perspective matters. um, I think that is actually very funny. And I really appreciate you guys for all just being so dedicated to the cheese conversation. I'm Dutch. I love cheese. I think we should have a cheese poll. At this point, like, I don't think we can escape it anymore. I love how I was like, I should really go into the clutter category so that I can get clutter for this nightstand situation. What? Situation. And then I did everything but get clutter for the nightstand. What? I don't know. I would say maybe check whether people think there's such a thing as too much cheese. Yes, Gouda is Dutch. It's actually a city in the Netherlands where the cheese comes from. And also, it is not pronounced Gouda. It is pronounced Gouda. In case you guys want a little free Dutch lesson, I have to admit, it is a pet peeve of mine when people don't know how to say Gouda. Which is fair, because you guys are not Dutch, so I know that it is completely reasonable for you to not know, but also, I feel like you should know. Oh, yeah. Same as Vincent van Gogh. It's Van Gogh. Although with that one, I can kind of see why people really struggle to say it. Because Van Gogh is like terrible to say if you're not a Dutchie. But I will admit that I think like I can get behind not being able to say Van Gogh, but Rembrandt? Like come on, Rembrandt. Uh oh no, I hate gorgonzola. It's the worst cheese. Sorry, I cannot agree with you on this one. But to be fair, I'm not a cheese person. So I like a very select amount of cheeses. I also do not like blue cheese in general. So I think I'm not the right target group for this. Always made me feel like I was about to accidentally spit on someone. I'm too British. No, but honestly, that is fair. I feel like Van Gogh is difficult to say without feeling like you're about to spit on someone's face. As a child, because my family speaks Afrikaans, and my friends are at school were like, "Mm, so you Englishified it?" Okay, that's fair. I can see why you would do that. But looking back, I think if you ever meet those people again, you should just be like, "Howda, fetch, please." I know how to say it correctly. Port wine cheese. I don't think I've ever had specific port wine cheese. I love a good port wine though, specifically white port. Something the other day I had something that was in between a white port and a dessert wine and it was so delicious. And I actually had a cheese platter with it and it had goat cheese and like old cheese, which I also really like. It did also come with blue cheese, but I just gave that to Scott. Also, KK, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Um Limburger, the worst cheese your brother used to stink up. I don't think I've ever had that. White port, yeah. It's so much better than red port. With brie, it really depends on the mood that I'm in. I have days where I can stomach brie. I have days where I really do not want it, but it's by far not my favorite cheese. Um Also there's a poll, a cheese poll. Gimme it, hate it, cheese's balloon belly. That's actually a really good description. That's actually a difficult one because I think if I'm gonna be honest, it's the balloon belly situation. I'm not fully lactose intolerant, but my stomach doesn't necessarily love it. Um, Not a brie fan to be honest. I've never eaten it. The smell. See, that's the thing. Maybe with brie, the smell is also kind of throwing me off. Um, like I don't know. I just don't get enthusiastic for brie. But if it's on a cheese platter, I'll have a little bit of it. Um, Also, hi, Mark. It is good to see you. I hope you're doing so well. Baked brie. I don't think I've ever had baked brie. I've had brie in like recipes and stuff where it was like melted or something. I've never had baked brie. Also, Kitty Cat, welcome in. Thank you so much for the follow. Hold on. Does that look better maybe if that is like against the sofa? Wait, I have an idea. Oh, Lynn, I just got a grand idea. I don't know if you have this IRL, probably not, but if you don't, you should absolutely get this. Wait, I know we have an item in the game that is perfect for this. It might actually be this one, but I might have to just size it up. Um, I saw this on someone's TikTok the other day. And they have this thing which they can like put over the bed so that then when they're in bed, they can like do all their crafts and stuff and they can put everything. But then when they want to get out of bed, they can just like, they put it on wheels so they can roll it back and forth. I just realized that would be so perfect for you because you could literally make that yourself if you're used to upcycling furniture. And then I'm just going to put your crafty stuff on here. Like you've been crafting in bed. The poll is very clear on the cheese. Okay, yeah, there's lots of you who really like cheese. That is true. That is cool. Yes. Okay. This is something that you didn't put in your description, but I just had the realization that this trick which like would just be so perfect for you. Um just in general, I think I need to start adding like yarn and stuff in this room because right now there's not enough of it. There is definitely not enough yarn. Like chili jams. Oh yeah, that's a very British thing, isn't it? Um, do you know the song Gas from Yentl on the Board? I don't think I know that actually. But I can see the combination of jam, like fruit jam and cheese. I can absolutely see that being pretty delicious. Um, let's see. I definitely want to have some balls of yarn on the table. Uh, let's add a green one so it's like the right colors. And then over here, I'll add, oh, of course, I'm going to have to raise that with tool because it's clipping. Okay, that's still clipping a little bit. Is that still clipping? No, I think that just belongs that way. Also, Orlando Zip, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Thank you, thank you. I'm using a reshade. So I have something that makes the lighting and the colors pop. I do have to say that the lighting on this specific lot is also very good. Thank you, Esther, for the uptime reminder. I was just thinking, I was just checking when the ads are about to start, but we're gonna have some ads in about 5.5 minutes. So I'm gonna make sure to take a break then. So that we can all stretch our legs and like just make sure that we take a quick breaky. And then we let the ads play, and then I'll come back. Okay, I'll put that over there. Um so late? Yeah. They always play at 1.5 hours. Also, for Lars and Bud, welcome in. It's good to see both of you. I hope you're doing well. Wait, I'll just put this guitar here so it looks like you've just been playing on it. And then something that we really do not have in here yet is a desk. I'm trying to figure out whether I like that desk, to be honest. I was thinking that I wanted to use that desk, but now I'm like, I don't know. You're doing good. Let's go. I'm happy to hear. Sorry, happy to hear that. I am doing good as well. Thank you for asking. I've had a really good Wednesday so far. I went for a workout in the morning, and then I did some household chores, and then I recorded 2 videos, which was a little bit of a struggle. I must admit, I wasn't really in the mood for recording today, but I managed still, so I'm proud. Um, you have a white upcycled vintage desk. Okay. So with your PC on it. Okay. Do you actually have a full PC or do you have a laptop setup? Hey, dude. Ja. Kom je even kletsen? Kom je even aan stream vertellen dat je ze echt heel erg lief vindt? She's here to tell you guys that she loves you. Hi, Leaky. Welcome in. It's good to see you. When we're talking vintage desk, what kind of vintage design is it? Because it could be something like this. We definitely need more light on that side of the room. It could also be something like this. Also, Gray and Sakina, welcome in. It's good to see both of you. It could also be something like this. You have double monitors and a full setup, but then with your laptop. Ah, okay. I can make that work, I guess. Please give me inspo to start with The Sims again. Wait. I got you. There we go. I have a shell challenge going on right now. If you want to join, it's a very straightforward shell challenge. More like the right one. The right one. Okay. So then I can grab a couple of other ones. Oh, that one is very small. If we're going to do 2 monitors, that's too small. That's also so small. Why do I have so many small desks? You're working on it right now. Let's go. I'm so excited to see what everyone's making. Like, I know I've said that multiple times already, but I'm genuinely just so excited.
Time flies.
Time does fly. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Carlota, for the 5 months. Please ensure all your subby perks for a whole month more. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. I hope you enjoy all those cutesy emotes. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I started your shell challenge last night. We'll see if I can finish it before our big move. Fingers crossed. Small is cozy. That is true. Let's be real. This room is like humongous. Probably if this room was smaller, that wouldn't be such an issue. Um, ooh, I also have this one, which does have the drawers, and it could look a bit more vintage. And I like that there's stuff on it with the cardboard as well. The cork board. But I need to know if you like this one, Lynn, because I wouldn't want to use it if you feel like it's not your vibe at all. You like the left one more? Okay, good. Then we do left. Um, let's see. Okay, before I start getting lost in picking a desk chair, um, we have ads coming up in 30 seconds, so I'm gonna go take a quick break. If you're hanging out here, please make sure to also stretch your legs, get yourself something to drink, maybe something to snack, whatever you need. But please make sure to practice some self care during the break. I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break and stretch my legs and stuff, and then I'll see you guys in about 5 minutes. Okay? Hello. I'm back. Did you guys stretch your legs and hydrate and stuff? I gave Toot a lot of kisses and ended up with 3 cat hairs in my nose. Let's go, Liv. Yes, please brag about it. You got ice cream? Nice. What kind of ice cream? Okay, chair-wise, I feel like something like this looks like a teacher's chair and a bit of like a more old-fashioned desk chair. Still waiting for your nuggets and potatoes, but they're in. Nice. Enjoy. Um, Popcorn and brown. Damn. I shouldn't have asked. The moment I asked, I was like, shit, that's gonna go wrong. Because I knew that you would actually tell me what kind of ice cream you were having. And I also knew that the moment you told me, I'd be like, damn, I want that ice cream. So yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try to see because this would technically give you a double monitor. I have so much cat hair on my face right now. It's itching. Really, really itchy. I don't like it at all. So I would like to have a laptop on this table, like on this desk. But we're going to have to get a little bit creative for that. So I'm going to need you guys to bear with me for a second. A laptop with a TV screen. I don't know. I feel like the TV screens never look like real monitors. I did this in Hollow's room, and I don't know. That's because I went for a very specific PC setup, but I still feel like it always, sorry, ends up being a bit awkward. Um, but I have an idea. I'll make that even smaller with tool. And then I'll get this. Hold on. Or should it be on the other side? Maybe it should be on the other side. No, it should be on this side for sure. I did that and then I was like, no, it should definitely be on this side of the desk. The only downside of this is that it has a microphone, which I don't know how realistic that is for you to have a microphone. Oh my god, my nose is so itchy. I really cannot express how itchy it is. Like, I really wish I could be, like, in a correct way, but there's so much cat hair in my nose, and it's, like, stuck in my piercing and everything, and I wanna cry. You have one? Perfect. Amazing. Okay. Then I wanna get you, like, a cozy light on your desk. Oh, the one with the little fox is actually so cute. Maybe if I size that down. I feel like with so many lights in The Sims, they just feel a little bit too, like, the sizing doesn't seem to be correct. I have scratched my nose many a times. It just makes it worse. If only that helped. If only that helped, that would have been amazing. Okay, we can have some books there. Wait. That was weird. Okay, so the books are now sort of floating a bit too much, so that doesn't really work. Hold on. Also, we're gonna hide the desk that is below there. In case you're seeing that and you're like, ew, why is there a floating shelf and she's ignoring it? I'm not ignoring it. We're gonna put a little poof there. I'm just now trying to decorate the desk so that it looks a bit cozier. Is pinch my nose. Yeah, the thing in this case is like every single time I touch it, I just move the cat hair again. And after a while, the cat hair just disappears because I've basically just inhaled and exhaled enough times for the cat hair to be gone. But right now, I'm still in the process of doing that, so it hasn't really happened yet. Um, it's very annoying. Um, oh, we could put a bin as well. That is yes, yes, exactly. As soon as you itch, it starts to itch more. Yeah. No, I can see that. Let's see if I have a bin that fits there. Mm, we can use that one actually. That works. Um, okay. I feel like this painting, I'm not sure if I like it. Mm, especially considering it doesn't really go with this. And Lynn said that this is like really her style. Um, so now I'm going to try to figure out if I can find anything else kind of like that. Or at least something that is giving a little bit more vintage, but still like landscape oil painting. That is very pretty, but I don't know. Ooh, actually, and that includes a little bit of the pottery as well, and it is warm toned. Oh, that's very beautiful. Oh, that might actually be what I'm looking for. I do feel like it's really dark in here, so I might want to get a standing light as well. This room is just so dark that if you want it properly lit without a ceiling light, you need so many lights. It's actually ridiculous. Prioritizing veggies in your diet, and dear Lord, I forgot how tasty. Yes. Veggies can be so good if prepared well. I love veggies. I had a lot of veggies in my pasta today as well. Um, let's see. I think I scrolled past the floor lights. Yes, I did. Um, okay, so for floor lights. Also, Marion, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. It is good to see you. Hmm. Maybe good for cleaning, otherwise you keep them turned off. Yes, I can see that. I mean, I have the same, to be honest. The only place that I turn my ceiling light on is in my bedroom when I'm trying to do my makeup or in my bathroom when I'm trying to do my makeup. I might switch these around to have this over there and then this over there. And then have this like little glass of roses because I think that's a cute detail. And then I wanted to see if this light. Uh, okay, hold on. Want to turn that to warm white. Do I like the placement of that light? Maybe I want to have it in this corner, but not towards the desk. I can go for this. Mm, have dim lights in our house. Yeah, I want to eventually get that too. Like for even for the ceiling lights that I do have, I want to get the dimmed lights. I think that would be the best option. But right now we don't have that. Also because it's a rental place, so I don't want to change too many of those things if that makes sense. I can put that one there and then maybe I could create a little plantuation. Um, let's see. At first, I want to start with a... Do you have a lot of plants, Lynn? I feel like you would be a plant person, but I don't know if you actually have a lot of plants. You are a plant person? Okay, good. Because I was about to spam your room with like 5 million plants, and then I was like, wait, do you actually? Or am I just projecting? Um, with plants, I never know. Also, to be honest, we have said before that even if a person in this house is like, oh, you gave me a lot of plants, but I'm not a plant person, then I will simply just still give you a lot of plants, and then I will just take care of them. Like, I don't mind. I will take care of your planties. Okay, the only thing I really do not like is how dark that shelf is. And it's almost like darker since I put a light on it, which is weird. So I think I need to have a light above it. Um, they're fake in The Sims. True, you don't need to water them. So technically in The Sims, all the planties are fake. That is very true. That was something that surprised me about Inzoi when I was playing that you actually needed to water your plants. But I also realized, like, at first I was amazed with the realism in the game plan. I was like, oh, this is so cool. But then I quickly realized that if you have a game that is super realistic, um, but then it doesn't add anything like extra in a way that, um, I don't know, creates an immersive experience, what kind of happens is that you're literally just playing your life. I used to have a million plants in your house, but ADHD and routines is my enemy, so I simply forget to water them. And after a few years, you only have a few left. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. So not too many plants. A couple of plants, but not too many. I see. Um, okay, I think we need some more candles. I know, I love this plant so much. I have used it a bunch in this house, but I just think it's such a beautiful plant. It does walk the line between Alpha CC and Maxis Match a little bit, but I've accepted it. I just realized that that tray is perfect for making like a little arrangement actually. So I am definitely using that. And then I have one here. Does that do the same? No. Okay. Wait, this is such a nice big candle. Oh, that's cute. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in. I hope you're doing so well. I also like how that candle is actually off. Like, it doesn't immediately light, whereas a lot of the other candles light immediately. Okay, the only thing is that I don't like is how that is sort of on the edge instead of in the middle. Okay, and then definitely we need more plants. Like, I promise not too many, but I still need to do a couple. Totally forgot that you need to get groceries. Oh, no. Is the shop still open? I mean, I'm assuming it is, probably. Iron, I'm so proud I haven't killed it yet. That is impressive. I am proud of you as well. Something we learn as game designers is that players don't want realism. We want believability. Realism is boring. It makes it fun, but still believable. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That is a good way of phrasing it. Believable. And I think actually The Sims does that very smartly. That it is believable. Like this game is in some ways it is completely ridiculous, but it is believable. Oh, wait, let me see. So, crafting, reading, gaming, and music. Ooh, we don't really have anything for the music just yet. Let me make sure to add that. Okay, so you have plenty of time then. Nice, that should be good. Ooh, I could give you that, like, vintage radio. That's pretty. That's very nice, actually. Do you also have a lot of CDs and LPs? Or do you have more like a radio that you can connect your phone to? Also, Elizabeth, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. It's sort of the same as creative writing. Like even in a realistic story, you don't explain the whole eating dinner process, but the conversation while eating. Yes. That is a very good one. Yeah. You have speakers for your phone. Okay, awesome. Um no, I can totally see that. I was actually thinking the other day. So, I have so many stories in my head, like so many stories. But the thing is, I am really bad at writing. And I'm not saying that to be like, "Oh, no, you need to tell me that I'm actually really good." No, I know like I probably am dyslexic. I don't know, of course, for sure because I've never gotten tested, but like sometimes I see my own writing. I'm like, bro, what the hell was even going on here? Like the weird mistakes that I make and stuff like that. And also just me struggling with language a lot. But I'm sometimes like, it'd be so fun if I had someone that would like really enjoy writing, but didn't necessarily have a lot of stories. Like that would be like such a golden combo because then they could just write my stories and then we could just like work together. But I wouldn't want to completely give it to them. Like I would still want to collaborate and be like, "Oh, this is kind of what I would want for the story." But yeah, ghostwriter. Is that what it's called? I knew there was a term for it, but I didn't realize that it was just called ghostwriter. I've heard that term before. How this shelf lowest part would be perfect for I know, but I don't think I have any like separate cozy blankets. But I was planning on adding the basket with the blankies in it. And potentially some more pillows. Um, and everyone gets credit, but each person has different jobs. Okay. I think it would depend. I would probably want to do a couple of sessions with someone before I decide what I would feel comfortable with. Like, I don't know if, like, if it turns out that you're really vibing with someone in terms of, like, writing style or, like, tone of voice and stuff like that, then maybe I would consider, like, doing co-writing. Um, Google says, "Is a writer hired to write works that officially credit another person as the author?" Yeah, so that's exactly the same thing, right? So ghostwriting is where the writer doesn't get a credit. Like, so I would tell my story, someone else would be writing it, but they would get no credit because I'm the author, so I would get the credit for writing that book. I just realized I didn't put any windows on the smaller building. It's gonna be a nice and cozy basement. Do you think you could use a towel as a I maybe I could, yeah. We could try that. We could try that for sure and see how it works if we size it up. Between people to see if the vibes are good and then the roles are decided based. Really? Wait, so this is like an existing thing? So in theory, I could just try and find a ghostwriter? Oh, that's actually kind of perfect. Like, I never realized that was an actual thing. Which is probably silly because, like, it makes a lot of sense that this is an actual thing. I just never stopped to think about it, I guess. It's not super common at the minute because most people don't have money to pay. That is definitely something that obviously you would have to take into consideration. I hadn't fully thought of that yet because obviously you would have to pay two people basically for one book. I can see that being very interesting though. So the thing is, I would actually really like to have this on here, but then maybe I'll just put this thing, or maybe this can go on the nightstand. So I really like those wildflowers. Like, I think it looks cute. Especially because I think, if I think of Yulin, I do think of nature. So, how do you think all these celebrities have books? I don't know. I never given that much thought. Like, I'd never properly taken the time to think about how that would work. Um, which also, like, if you think about it, is kind of silly that I never took the time to think about it, but I don't know. I just assumed that they would find the time writing somewhere. Just never really realized that you could outsource that. Um, you had a friend who was a ghostwriter for smut scenes. Wait, so there's people that also get ghostwriters for parts of the book? No, that is absolutely fair thoughts. That is absolutely fair. That you would have to get like paid fully upfront, because after you're not going to get any royalties or anything because you don't get any of the credits. I feel like it's kind of like as a creator when you do user generated content, so like UCG, which if the for anyone who doesn't know, this stuff like this, that's why I'm so like surprised with myself that I never realized this. This exists as well in content creation world where like a company will come to me. I've done this before. And they're like, "Hey, we would like to have an ad that is created in your style and like with your tone of voice and your face on it and everything. But we kind of want to tell you what to say. We want to approve your script. So it has to be you, but also, so like it has to feel authentic for the viewer, but also we kind of want to determine everything about your video. And then you sell it to us and we buy the copyright of it. So you don't get any credit when we post it. We don't tag you. We don't like we basically just use you as an actor and as a script writer and as an editor, and it's called user generated content. And this is something that in industry standard is not charged a lot for, which I think is ridiculous because I'm literally just making stuff for you that you could have spent marketing budget on. So my prices for UCGs is quite high. I have done 3 UCG opportunities. So that's also something that I wouldn't post it myself. You guys wouldn't see it on my channels, but you could potentially see my face pop up in an ad for another brand. So I've done this for the microphone that I was using before. So not this mic, but the other microphone. They asked me if I wanted to do this, and I was like, "Well, sure. I mean, I love your microphone, I love your brand. So if you want to hire me, fine." And then I created this whole video for them. And I've also done it for a game, Kinder World, which is a mobile phone game about taking care of your plants and meanwhile taking care of your mental health. And I also made that for them. So it's like I've done this two times. I'm maybe three, but I think I have a feeling I'm forgetting one. Um, but then you also don't get any credit basically. Um, on your location because writing has been around longer. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No, that makes sense. I think actually it's good that there's more rules because I think with user generated content, especially if you're a creator that struggles to advocate for themselves, it is really, really easy to sort of get caught in just accepting whatever they're offering you without actually thinking about your own value or your own worth. 'Cause a lot of people are just excited to get sponsorships, and I think that's taken advantage of quite a lot when it comes to user generated content specifically. Because people will just be like honored that they get asked or get paid, of course, because you do get paid. It's usually just not a lot. Um, yeah, it is. It can be really challenging. I really wish it wasn't. Um, but unfortunately, it is. Yeah, it can be very predatory. That's the right way to say it. Okay, so I am trying to figure out what I still want to add in Lynn's room because we have books, we have crafting, we have music. There's a desk setup. We have two types of crafting and reading spaces. There is one to sit next to the big window with lots of light and a beautiful view, or there's a space to do crafting on the bed where you can even have like a candle, a book, and a nice cup of tea. Um, there's lots of plants. I feel like the color scheme is very much like warm neutrals. I do feel like with the furniture style, I like that none of it is super matching, which I think makes sense considering that it would be thrifted and like upcycled furniture. Um Joa, thank you so much for the 6 months. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please enter all your subby perks. Yes. Absolutely. Please, please, please go sleep. If work has been killing this week, make sure that you get all your rest. You absolutely deserve it. I will add some final touches to the room and then I might call it done, but if you do realize that there are like things missing that you really want to still have in here, please do let me know. I can always add things later. Um I might add things like a big mirror and some shoes and stuff because just like practical things are missing right now. Um Reading nook. So I have this whole living room. I would count that as a reading nook. I don't think I would make like a separate reading nook simply because I don't know where to place it. You open The Sims and you got 2 full screen ones and a smaller pop-up. Oh my goodness. The Sims was like, "You really want to play, huh?" No, no, you're all good, Elizabeth. Don't worry. Don't worry. Thank you for the suggestion. I just wanted to make sure that I show you that I do in fact have that. So, I fully agree with the idea. So much, in fact, that I've created it. Okay, just adding some. Okay, wait, maybe just adding these shoes. These are actually cute. Um, and then I think having a robe or something would be nice on the door. There we go. For when she goes out of the room. And then yes, I will definitely do a wall light. That's what I was thinking. As I was decorating this, I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm definitely missing some lighting over here." I might add a light over there so it's not like super obvious. Or maybe just above the door, to be honest. I think that can work. And considering that Lynn's room has such an apartment feeling, I'm even a bit tempted to add a little doormat. But like something like this that looks like a little upcycled. Yeah, that's not clipping. Like just like a little rug that she found somewhere that she put in the entryway to make sure that and then maybe have like a little coat rack as well. Because obviously there's like the big downstairs entry, right? Where everyone can have their stuff. But I feel like you would probably still have quite some space in your own room as well. Just, to hang up your clothes and stuff like that. It's just practical, I think. Um, I also have this one, which would be like a cutesy little clothing rack on the wall. Oh, that's actually really nice as well. Hold on. Maybe I want to use that one instead of this one. Especially because it has some stuff on it, and I think that looks super cute. And this could also totally be like a thrifted item that isn't necessarily supposed to be a coat rack. Um, I feel like the only thing is that this part of the room feels so empty is not the right word, but I feel like this cabinet on its own feels a little bit boring. I might go for the one that has the wood and the green paint. That just gives it a little bit more oomph. Makes it like a little bit more interesting. It looks like an coat rack from IKEA. Really? I mean, I guess IKEA could make something like that, but I could definitely see people making that themselves as well. We can put like a little hamper here. That's just practical. We're gonna have laundry in this house anyways. Um, just no. I mean, it could be. I can totally see it being IKEA as well. But to be honest, Lynn is from Sweden, so I wouldn't be surprised if there's something from IKEA in her house. At least one thing, you know. Okay, I think for now I'm gonna call this done. And then if I realize there's something that I'm missing. Wow, speaking is difficult today. But I feel like this room doesn't feel super messy, but it definitely doesn't feel like clean. Like clean girly aesthetic. Because she says that she's an organized mess. I think this works. Wait. What is it, Tub Tub? Let's actually check what this room looks like in nighttime. Oh, that looks very well lit, to be honest. Last tour because you missed it. You mean of Lynn's room or the whole house? Oh my god, Nymphlera, we genuinely share same brain sometimes. Like you say something in chat, and I'm like, that's just what I said. Like we basically said it at the same time. Okay, so Lynn's room for anyone who hasn't seen the whole room. So this is the hallway, like the entrance where she has her shoes and little bag when she goes outside and stuff, just like her most important stuff. Then right as she comes in, she has her desk set up, which also contains some like paintings, oil paintings and some pottery and stuff, which I think is what I would say that is the part that refers to maybe her travels to Bolivia. I don't know if that's super accurate, but she said some pottery and like some little bits and bobs here. There's lots of candles, and like small lights in this room. Then over here, I have created a very cozy piano setup. She actually shared that she has a piano like this, but it's currently not in her apartment. It is at her parents', but this is her piano. She has two guitars so that she can play. She has one over here that she might be playing on more recently, and this might be an older guitar that she got as like one of her firsts. Then we have this really big like reading nook with a lot of cozy pillows, and there's like a blanket over there and there's more pillows here, and she's really into crafting, so I've added some yarn stashes left and right, more candles because again she said that she really likes candles. Then this is like her little makeup get ready corner and her two wardrobes that are both thrifted and upcycled. And then over here, she has some more crafting supplies. And again, I've tried to incorporate that like sort of organized chaos in terms of there is a lot of stuff, but it is kind of in places. Um, you like this lamp, isn't it cute? I really like it. Um, and then this is her corner with her bed. So there's another like cutesy little painting, maybe one that she made herself. And there is also some more blankets down there and just some boxes of stuff that she has, a little speaker that she can connect her phone to. With the leaves? The plant? The lamp with the leaves? Huh? You mean the wardrobe? Oh, this one. Sorry. I did not register that you would describe this as leaves because my brain was like, that's flowers. So that just immediately blocked it out. But I'm guessing that's what you mean. Yeah. That is from Ciboulette. Um, And then I've made this thing which is kind of like going over her bed so that when she's in her bed, she can still do some crafting and reading with some candlelight. There's some more yarn over there. And I made sure to add like this very simple, like natural painting um, above her bed as well. This house has massive and like very tall ceilings. But I kind of like that in this room, the ceiling is completely clean. There is no lights in here. Also, hi, dreamers. It's good to see you. I really like how this room turned out. I definitely needed to figure out the right vibe for it. That bed table is awesome, thank you. I actually saw that on a TikTok, like someone made this in real life. So what they bought was like a hallway bench, like one of those things that you put in your hallway to put your shoes on and stuff. and then they elevated it and put it on wheels so it perfectly fit over their bed. Um, and then they had it so that they could like roll it off and on top of their bed so they could be like in bed and then they could roll it over and then they would basically just have a table over their bed so that they could put like their tea and their laptop and their books and stuff on it. And then whenever they were done and they either wanted to go to sleep or they just wanted to um I don't know, like get out of bed or whatever, they would roll it away again and just put it at the edge of their bed. It was amazing. And I've seen this TikTok, I think like genuinely 2 or 3 years ago. It was like during I think maybe even the first lockdown where everyone was like, "I'm gonna get craftsy in my house because I have nothing else to do." And I have remembered this ever since. I was like, "That's genius." And I've never made it myself. I would actually like to make this myself. Um, on the wall and the other stands on the floor. I actually have the shoe rack from that line called Tusich. I don't know how to say that in Swedish, so I'll probably butcher that, but I know, imagine all the films and the snacks you could have in bed. It's amazing. So yeah, I decided to give that to Lynn, even though she didn't say that she actually has it. I was like, "You are getting this for free." I'm also gonna add another hamper in that corner because I feel like that just makes it cozy. That doesn't need to be a hamper. It could also hold more blankies and pillows, actually. Okay, I'm gonna save this one. Hi Fluff, welcome in. I hope you're doing so well. It is good to see you. And then I think I'm gonna have to spin whose room is next. Are you guys excited for it? There's only 4 people left, excluding my own room, so there isn't many people left. I'll show you. So we have Charlotte, Esther, Abu, and Petra and Sweetie. And Petra and Sweetie is going to be a challenge because that's obviously 2 different styles, or like not super different because they currently share a house as well, but like 2 different people in one room. The least faves, of course. No. What? No. Is that because you were first, so then you would be the favorite? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you want to hear? Oh god, the wheel was like, oh my god, Abu. I don't know if you're still lurking. I know that you're also streaming. This is yet again the one before you. I think this is the 4th or 5th time in a row it spins the one before Abu. And the other time Abu was like, next time if it ends on the one before me again, I'm calling this rigged. Yeah. Yeah, Wheel's like, nope, not yet. Not Abu yet. But we're gonna do the room for Petra and Sweetie. Okay, that's gonna be a challenge because like I said, that's 2 people in one room. And I do think that they both, at least as people, have a different aesthetic. I have seen Sweetie's house, which is now also where Petra lives. So in that sense, I do feel like I have a little bit of extra insight into their aesthetic, but I don't know how much it changed since Petra moved in. So the last time that I saw Sweetie's house was when he basically just moved into the apartment that he's currently living in. He does own a lot of IKEA because he's also in Sweden. Um so I'm curious to see how this is going to go. Um the room for Petra and Sweetie, if I remember correctly, because this is a booze room. Also, I just realized I didn't have to do a bathroom for Lynn because this is the shared bathroom between Hollow, Micah, and Lynn. They basically have a shared bathroom and a shared toilet, but they are 2 separate rooms. Um, the current hallway might benefit from a little bit of love. Like, it doesn't have to be a lot, maybe just a better light and a rug. But it might have been on the same floor as me. I think so too. Yeah. So that would be, well, I don't remember actually. I thought it was this floor, but it might be 1 floor up. Yeah, so this is me and Scott, and this is Sweetie and Petra. I made sure to do like the two biggest bedrooms for the couples, so because I thought it would make sense that we would have more space. But then I'm also realizing that almost every room has a double no, not almost. Every single room has a double bed. Chris's room is also still so big. Like I just saw this room and I realized, holy damn. But maybe I can actually give some love to these two hallways because right now they both look a little bit sad. Um, I do think I'm gonna go for a ceiling light though, simply because it's just easier in a hallway. But we can definitely have a more cozy ceiling light. Let's see. So we have tall walls, so we can go for a hanging light without it like disturbing too much. Maybe something like that could be cute. The girlies hallway has to be pretty cool. The thing is I don't have a lot of space to put things because this hallway is all doors. So I don't know what I would put in the hallway. Um, but I can see them having like a nice rug in the hallway. Okay, obviously that is uh too big. And then I'm trying to figure out what color they would have. Maybe not this rug. So the thing is, Micah has a very warm colored room. I feel like Lynn also has a lot of warm colors. Both Lynn and Hollow really like green. And I feel like Micah also has some green. So maybe we should go for a green rug. We can do some hanging plants. Yeah, that might be a cute idea. Let's get a green rug and hanging plants. Just stick a big statue in this the center of the mansion. Just like bam, deal with it. Every single time you walk out of your room, you're gonna get jump scared. Maybe a board. Ooh, to leave each other a message. That could be cute. One of those like whiteboards as they have in Friends, or like one of those magnetic writing boards. Oh, wait. I see one here, a rug here that I have a bigger version of as well. That is mega super cute. Hold on. That would be perfect for a hallway rug. Hold on. Where is it? This one. Yes, that is a cute hallway rug. Um, ooh, some wall art and stuff. I can do that. Let's get rid of the green. I filtered the plant category by green. That is very silly. Kind of funny. Because that's potentially the most unnecessary sorting that you can do in the plant category is green. So in that corner, we can actually have a plant, I guess. Just a small one. And I guess I can move this door a little bit over here so that we have a tad more space for the plant. Um, mm, mm. We could add the wallpaper that we have in here into the hallway. I think that also already really helps. Um, hold on. I'm sitting like a shrimp again. I have like a very annoying backache, and I'm afraid that tomorrow is going to be even worse. There's nothing I can do about it because it's not from like bad posture or working out or anything. It's literally just from the fact that I have to get my period this week. And my body is like, oh, that's fun. So you could absolutely just have an excruciating backache for no good reason. Mm, thank you for the hydrate. Oh, that was nice. Thank you for the stretchies as well. That's a good reminder for everyone, though, in chat. If you're hanging out here, make sure to stretch and hydrate. It is important. Um, It looks like that is floating above in front of the door a little bit, but I was thinking we could do like different color hand painted doors. But I don't like that two of them would be blue. So then I would just do the same one for everyone, but I don't think that will look fun. That is very true. I was very happy about that. I was actually stressing about it up front. I was like, what if I get my period at TwitchCon? Um, Very silly thing to stress about, but I was stressing about it nonetheless. Okay, so that would be Micah's room. That'd be like a Japanese blossom. I could do this one for Lynn's room, although it's more Norwegian than Swedish, I guess. Um, Very reasonable thing to stress about. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I was just not looking forward to, doing all the things, like all my plans and everything, while also being in pain. Um, the blue one looks Swedish. You think so? I think it looks more Norwegian. Um, that could be hollow, to be honest. Now I'm stressing about it. Oh no. Oh no, I hope your period is a bit more predictable and that you like know when you would get it. It is frustrating though if you don't know or if your period is not predictable. The Swedish flag is blue and yellow. I know. I know the Swedish flag is blue and yellow. Uh No, that's super fair thoughts. That is super fair. I don't think I would want to be on my period on my wedding either, so not that I have a wedding, but still. What is supposed to look Norwegian? I'll show you. It came with life and death, so to be honest, I actually think it's Romanian, but for some reason, these flowers, specifically this floral design, like the first one, the doors are CC, yeah. I feel like this is giving a bit more Norwegian than Swedish. And I cannot put my finger on why. I literally don't know. There is no how do you say this? Evidence. This is just a gut feeling based on what I have in my brain. I think it is because I saw Ellen's outfit, like the traditional outfits you guys wear on, is it May 15th? May 17th? 17th, yeah. Like if you have the traditional clothing, I feel like this could be a pattern that would be embroidered on it. Maybe that's why my association with this comes from it, because I've seen pictures of it from friends. Um, they were actually really unpredictable. They could happen less than 2 weeks after the previous one. What? Oh, that is super annoying. Yeah, I'm very happy that my periods are predictable, like very, very like to the dot. But they are excruciating and they're getting like increasingly bad. So at this point, I'm kind of like, maybe I should go back to a doctor again, but I've been so many times and they keep telling me nothing's wrong, apart from the fact that I die every single time I get my period. So, yeah, I'm not very stoked about going again, but maybe I should. Um, can someone help me? I'm looking for the wall vines and cannot remember for the life of me. Ooh, I don't know which one you're talking about, but they're usually in wall sculptures in the build mode rather than buy mode. I'm not sure if these ones are the ones you're looking for from Vampires, but Vampires has a bunch. Then we also have ones from Get Together. We have more from Get Together actually. Found a doctor he's looking into, but So the thing is, I have been to a gynecologist who tested for endometriosis for as far as they can test for it. Um, and they didn't find anything. They did an echo and like an exam, like how do you inwendig? How do you translate that? I don't know. But basically they took a look inside and there was like nothing there to suggest that I have it. Which doesn't mean that you don't have it. It's actually like I've heard from plenty of people that they've heard the same thing and then the doctor was like, "Oh, you should take the pill and then it should get better." Um I remember never having any issues being on the pill, but my problem is that my moods are very heavily affected by the pill. Like to a degree that I get super depressed from it and I don't want to take it anymore. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but in Dutch we would be like inwendig onderzoek. Not the surgery thing. So the thing is, they said that they wouldn't do that because I didn't show any signs of having it apart from having really painful periods. So then they were like, "We're not going to do any surgery unless we actually have more signs or like more things that would make sense for you to have this." And because I also have EDS and fibro, they're like, "Well, it could also be that you just experience like a lot of pains because of that." The thing is for me it's literally like I on the day that I'm supposed to have my ovulation, I have terrible pain as well, which is kind of sucky for like if I ever want to make a baby, like I don't understand why my body is making me feel excruciating pain when I'm like at my most fertile. That's going to be terrible timing. Luckily, I'm not thinking about that right now, but still, I thought about this the other day. I was like, this is so opposite of evolution. Like my body is literally working against me. Um, but like, I can feel my ovulation, like, really badly, and then when I get my period, a week up front, I get, like, really bad stomach aches, my back starts to hurt in, like, not a fun way, and then it gets really bad on the first day, and then my period's, like, done in 2.5 days. It's like, the first day is hell, and then the second day and, like, this third-ish day are actually really fine, and I don't have a lot of issues. So it's also really short and really intense, which also, from what I've read, is not really what is supposed to happen. So yeah. But then they were like, "Yeah, we're not gonna do the surgery because there's too much chance that it's something else." And I was like, "Well, okay, then not, I guess." So they haven't done that. And then she was like, "Well, just start the pill because then if that gets better because of the pill, then you maybe have it because if you have endometriosis, the pill should help." I tried the pill for like 3 weeks. The thing is at the same time I was taking antibiotics and stuff, so it was like a terrible timing and it made me feel so depressed. Like, I was in the gutter with my mental health. Like, it was actually terrible. So I stopped again because like there's no way that I'm gonna be able to take this. Only within the uterus. I mean, I haven't looked into it, as in like I know what it is, and but my doctor said that if I don't have endo, then I don't have the other thing either because it comes with the same symptoms. So yeah. Again, I feel like it's one of those things where I had a female gynecologist and still I didn't feel like she was hearing me. Um the thing is I've heard later from people that this hospital is notorious for not being the best, the one that I went to. So I might still see if I can get a second opinion and go again to another hospital, but you know, as a person who's been to many, 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 many hospitals at this point, sometimes I just don't want to go to yet another hospital. I'm just like, I'm done, okay? I don't want to go again. Um just kept bugging them because I'm lucky in some ways that I could keep going back. Yeah, I could do that too. That's again, you're so right. Lucky for being in the Netherlands and being able to continuously push for stuff like that and just ask for another referral time and time again. But yeah, it's definitely one of those things where for a while I was just so done with going to the hospital. Like I have seen so many doctors in the past few years and at one point I was like, no, I need a doctor break, you know? Being a woman and looking for healthcare gotta be really complicated because why not? Exactly. We just get really complicated for free at this point. Yeah, women's health is really frustrating. And that's not to say that men cannot experience this exact same thing, by the way, because I feel like in general, I've just heard a lot of negative things about healthcare. Um, like especially when it comes down to mental health for men, but also just general health, like going to a doctor and getting taken seriously is easier. But I don't know. So many people that work as a doctor, I'm like, why are you a doctor? Like, you sound like you don't really wanna help people. Like, you sound like you genuinely enjoy not helping people. Like, why are you a doctor? Um, oh, yeah, and Dutchies are amazing at saying, "Just take paracetamol." Like, I feel specifically Dutchies are good at that. Yeah, specifically pain-related issues where there's no clear cause. Also, Elena, welcome in. Thank you so much for the follow. Um Oh, that's also true. There's a lot of men who just don't go to the doctor at all. Um, because there's also a lot of stigma around it for men to go to the doctor and like admit that they need help. So, one way or another, healthcare is just kind of fucked. And it's really sad if you think about it too much. But yeah. I think eventually I will go back to I will go back to the doctor uh to advocate for myself once more. But, yeah, I just really needed a break because indeed, like, health fatigue is really real. Um, yeah, they have different issues. They have different issues, but still issues nonetheless, which I think is just sad if you think about it, that we have this, like a system that is supposed to help you and take care of you, and then it's just full of broken systems. Okay, so this hallway I think is done. I tried to keep it like really cozy. I just hung up all the paintings and stuff and it's quite simple. I tried to not go overboard with like all the plants and everything in the decoration, but still add some simple things. Um exactly thoughts, exactly. So I haven't been to the doctor in a while. I think I should go in not too long again just to make sure that I don't postpone it too long either. Um but yeah, that is Lynn's room. That is Hollow's room, and that is Micah's room. I feel like those little decorations actually really match their vibe and aesthetic as well. And then those are the bathroom and the toilet. And then I added this little thing. I actually feel like that makes a lot of sense in this corner. And then I've added just a little additional mirror. Um, you really have to push, yeah. And true, you kind of have to find the right diagnosis yourself already. Like at least know the direction that you want to ask for. Um, I don't know how you managed to make Door City into a cute room. It never works for me. I think this is the first time that I've succeeded. I'm actually pleasantly surprised with myself. So this one is gonna be for Chris and Abu. I think I might just do the same thing where I continue the wallpaper from this room because it just makes it feel cohesive and like it actually is one space. But here we do have a little bit more wall space and stuff to work with. I could even move this door over a little bit so that I actually could put something against a wall here. Um, I was thinking maybe we could go for. Oh, that's very tiny. I expected that to be a big wardrobe. But like sort of like a built-in wardrobe look. Maybe even on that side. Let's see. I definitely want to go for a different color. So that could be like a space where there's maybe a lot of the towels or something in this household. Now I'm wondering if I should just commit and go all the way. The thing is, I do also have different versions of it. Hold on. Oh, then we have one. Oh, okay. I'm going to do a little thingy here. You know how in the kitchen when we were designing that, like when I'll show you guys for anyone who wasn't here when we were doing this. The kitchen set that I used has like drawers that are open. And at the time, Abu said, "Oh, that was 100% me. Like I left them open. I am a person that leaves drawers and stuff open." So this is Abu's hallway. We are 100% adding a door that is open. He left the door open. He grabbed like a towel or something from this wardrobe and then he left it open. Abu's hallway needs a mirror or multiple. Wait, why? Um I had stomach issues multiple times a week for 20 years and I was like, guess that's just being overweight. You were lactose intolerant. Yeah. That's a really good shout. That goes for anyone. I know that it can be really, really scary. And I just explained, I also 100% get that at one point, sometimes you're just too tired from going to the doctor all the time. But please make sure that if you have a feeling like something's not right with your body, advocate for yourself at the doctors. Don't take no for an answer. Like, there are so many doctors ready to dismiss you. Um, because he needs to look solid. Okay, I'll add a lot of mirrors in here. But like definitely make sure that you care for yourself. Um and advocate for yourself because you 100% deserve it. Um, whose room did we make it now? So I've just finished Lynn's room and the next room is Sweetie and Petra. But I decided that in between I kind of wanted to add or decorate the hallways a little bit. Because I realized that in this specific floor, I hadn't really done any of the hallways. And I know that Petra and Sweetie's room is pretty big. Like, it's obviously for two people, and it is a room and a bathroom. So I was actually thinking to myself that maybe for the rest of this stream, because we only have about 20 minutes left, I might actually just focus on these hallways. And I have a hall bathroom and another hallway over here as well. Because that way I'm just finishing some more of the common spaces and like I'm just trying to make sure that those look cozy as well for everyone. Before finally getting the right diagnosis. Yeah, it can be a really long process. I sometimes feel like it took really long for me and then I realized that in total it took maybe like I don't know, 4 or 5 years, which is really not long. Which is sad that that's like considered not long, but okay, that is clipping over here. I think we'll add a wardrobe or something over here anyway, so I won't bother too much with it for now. If I was having third trimester issues, but went to get checked, and turns out I've been extremely high blood pressure, so now getting treatment. Yes, good for you for going to check, honestly. Especially when pregnant. Like that is, I would say if there's ever a time to be extra cautious and worried, that's the one. Um, just allergies, yeah. Yeah, it's I think something that was a big eye opener for me was realizing that you're not supposed to have pain. Like like the default state of your life is not supposed to be pain. And I was like, "Wait, it's not? But I always have pain." And that was the moment that I realized like, "Oh, so wait, that's not something like that just everyone lives with all the time." Um and as soon as I realized that, I was like, "Oh, well, maybe I really really have to go to the doctor because I'm experiencing pain literally all the time. Not even like on a daily basis, but just all the time." And then I realized that other people don't. And I never knew that. So that's why I also always feel like it is good that we talk about these things here on stream. Obviously, I don't want to talk about them like every day, all the time, but it's good from time to time for us to just talk about things like this because maybe it will help someone realize that what they are experiencing is in fact something that they should go for to the doctor for. Also Nanadoko, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. And Finn, I just realized I hadn't said hi to you yet, but I hope you're doing amazing. And good night, Lena. Thank you so much for hanging out. But I have to prioritize my mental health and ADHD first. Yeah. Yeah, because also that is something that I've also come to realize and is very annoying that especially if you're a person with existing health issues, um your mental health can also like really play tricks on you and make you feel like you're sick. And that's not to like invalidate the fact that you are in fact sick. Like you are experiencing actual sickness. But I think I am continuously learning how much mental health affects your nervous system and how much your nervous system affects your actual physical health. Um, it's crazy. Also, Arushi, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Which just sometimes means you need like different care, not like not any care at all, but just make sure that you focus indeed on your mental health and make sure that that gets the attention it needs as well. But it is wild to me how much stress, for instance, can do. And the stupid thing is, so many doctors will be like, "Oh, it's just stress," and I'm like, "Well, if it was just stress, could you please tell me how the f I'm supposed to manage it then, instead of just being like, it's just stress." Well, people can die of stress, so can you please tell me what I'm supposed to do then? It is crazy, but also kind of beautiful how everything is connected. That is very true. That is very, very true. Um, this is also something that I love to hear about from people. It's like holistic healthcare. Yes, of course, Elizabeth. Thank you for the lurk. Oh, good shout. Also, I'm just making this a plant haul at this point. Mm. On top of physical issues, yeah, that makes it really difficult. Like for yourself and for your body to determine where something is coming from. So that is a very fair struggle. Um, what? What, Con? I don't understand. um, where did the couch go? Wait, which couch do you mean? Um, was ADHD burnout? Yeah. Your body can make you physically sick from mental stuff. Um, I just wish that instead of getting like a dismissive attitude, doctors be like, "Oh, no, that actually is a very, very natural thing. Let's get you some help. Look into your heart and you will find the answer." Not much there. Um, no, that's the right side. My camera's mirrored. I was looking into it. I was visualizing. It's actually very bloody on the inside. That is amazing thoughts. I'm very happy about that. I'm very happy that you have an amazing doctor. That's like such a good thing. You must look deeper. Okay, I'll try. But not right now because right now I'm building. So I'm slightly preoccupied. But I hope you're doing well. It is good to see you. Let's see. We definitely need a nice painting in this hallway. Um those are fun. Wait, I didn't realize I had all these paintings. Tub Tub, you want a tequila poster in your bedroom? Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Is always at my door when I'm building and I always get jump scared. No, but honestly, I would get really jump scared as well. Wait, you actually have an IRL tequila one? You're Bob? Why am I Bob? What are you on, Con? The visual category indicator on the bottom left is amazing. I know, it is actually really nice. You do? Bob the Builder? Oh. Wow. That took me way too long to realize. That's embarrassing. Yes, I am in fact Bob. You do? I love that. Do you want one in The Sims as well? I can still add it to your room. I just found this. I didn't even realize I had this in my game. Sometimes when I'm playing The Sims, it genuinely feels like I'm treasure hunting. Okay, then the question is, do you like this one better? Or do you like the other one better? So there's two. And I think they're both tequila. So this one's with the lemon and this one's with... Almost looks like pineapple in the back, but I don't know if that's correct. Probably not. Oh, there's also... Wait! This is the one I had! The one with the little hat! This is the tequila I had the other day. Why do I have this in my game? That is so random. I love CC creators. They just make my game feel like a little treasure hunt. I won this one. Okay. There we go. That is amazing. That is so funny. You have a lot of... You also have Frida still. No, but that tequila one is like a 10 out of 10. But you can take out the mini plants. Pants? Huh? Oh, you mean this? Also, I just realized that this is not supposed to be on that side of the desk. Hold on. That is a movie prop. I took it from a movie set. And also, this is that you move this out of your bathroom. Hold on, let's put that back in your bathroom. So it is actually in The Sims from the Get Famous pack. So it's like one of your knickknacks that you stole from a movie set. That gives you the shivers. Is that the song that you just wrote out? Can you place it on the other side? I can. Yeah. Where? I can put it above your bedside table. There's a tub you can size down. Oh, the other side of the corkboard. Yeah. There we go. Fixed it. Yeah, then this poster has a bit more space. But which one is it? Which one is it that you can size down? Also, Timbo, hi. I just realized. I hope you're doing well. The one where there are plants. Hold on. Because I feel like this joke still deserves some justice. Is it this one? Oh, that size is down. That one isn't... Oh, the water effect looks so strange. Early shift this week, 3 weeks in a row. Yikes, that is rough. Wait, you can size this one down too. Okay, so it's just a hot tub thing. No, it still doesn't work though. That's the thing. It creates water in this hot tub. It's in the plant category. Oh, you mean that one? The one with the plants in it. Yeah, but then there would be plants in it. I don't think I want that. Right? That one isn't empty. Or is it? Because if it's empty, then I will use it. If it's not empty, then I don't know. Or at least a bigger chair. Of course, we can get you a bigger chair. Mm. Yeah, we wanted a tub in the tub, so it could be a tub. For anyone wondering why this is important. Okay, if I want to see, isn't there a tub from Eco Lifestyle that is broken? I think if there is, it's in debug. Finn! Thank you so much for starting a giveaway for the merch. What the heck? For anyone, if you want to enter the giveaway for a smart mug, you can type !enter in chat. What the heck? The winner will be automatically drawn. Thank you so much. That is super sweet of you. Thank you so much for hosting a giveaway for chat. The link was also posted above. So if you want to see the product, you can click on the link. That's amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thoughts, just to make sure, I don't know if it grabs it if it's capitalized. So just to make sure that you are actually entered, you can also type it in small letters. But let me show you guys. Also, it is 2 times, by the way. That means that there will be 2 winners. That is so sweet. Oh my goodness. Hold on, I'm quickly gonna get this is gonna feel did I forget to say hi again? Hi Finn, it is so good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Um Hold on, I'm quickly gonna open the website so I can show you the item. Could have clicked the link in chat, you know, that would have probably been quicker. Had I been smart. But I'm not the mug. I am not smart. um, but look, this is the item. It's like a nice mug with a big smart planty. It's perfect for if you're gonna do co-working. Did you see that I don't? Yes, I saw that tub. So maybe I can do that still. So if you want to enter, you can still type !enter. I think it will be open for maybe another like 10 seconds. I can't see the actual countdown, but and you can take it to TwitchCon and she can sign it. That would be so fun. Honestly, I would do it. I would do. You probably that means you can't use it anymore because you can't wash it, but but the winner will be picked automatically by fourth wall for everyone who entered. But thank you so much again. That is really really kind. Um that is really literally so kind. Get a good Sharpie for real. I'll do my best to get a good Sharpie. Look, now it's Tub. There is a winner. Let's go. Jace and Mimbim, congratulations on winning one of the mugs. You can just click the link that was in chat with your name in it, and then you can actually redeem your giveaway. So like enter all of your address details so that will be shipped to you. Thank you so much again. You actually won, Mimbim. If you want, you can bring it to TwitchCon. But thank you. This is really literally so kind. It's all always so incredibly wholesome. Like, what the heck? Um, you will? Okay, I will do my best. Actually, I need to start fixing this because I don't have any Sharpies, I think. I think I need to get a good Sharpie for this. Just in general, I think I need to arrange a good Sharpie. But both of you, please, please, please enjoy your enjoy your mug. And I'll get a Sharpie that can go on ceramics. That is so cool. Oh my god, you know what I just realized? I don't have a signature. Or like a cutesy way to write my name. Oh no. I need to start practicing. I have your signature. I used to just like write my name with I tried to usually do like a little planty next to it, but that most often turned into a weird blob. Ro yo yo TXT. Honestly, imagine writing that on a badge of someone and then everyone's like, "Who the fuck is this?" No, I think I can come up with something cute. Also, considering that this is something weird personal ick. But I know that a lot of people on TwitchCon or like in general in conventions and stuff, they're gonna want to have like a lot of people on their badge, right? And then some people have a signature that is like mahoosive and takes up the whole badge. So I would probably go for something just like row with a little flower or something. Um, just to make sure that it is like also that you can go a little bit bigger. Because if you're writing with a Sharpie, but you have to write really small because your signature is like a huge, like if you write your whole name or something, then it's really difficult to actually make it look good, but if you have a small signature, you can, like, write it a bit bigger so it's actually readable, so then I could, like, go just row with a little flower. I think I might go for that, but I'll practice a little bit tomorrow. Make a fan signature. Oh, yeah. No, that's a very good shout out. So this is what I realized. I have an official signature. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I have an official signature. That like I do have that, but I realized that obviously I'm not gonna use that at TwitchCon. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Also, this is still like really beyond me that I'm talking to you guys about my signature. Like this doesn't make any sense in my brain. The fact that we're actually talking about, haha, I need to practice my signature. Like, what do you mean? Um, okay, so I like this sofa and I think I like the yellow one better. But then I originally had a pillow on here, and I kinda wanna get the pillow back that I had on the chair. Also, Abu, were you here earlier when I was talking about, your hallway? And when Thomas had an excellent suggestion for your hallway? Yay! Jay's completed the giveaway, let's go. I'm always happy that we have the little, pop-up so that I know that it works out. No? Okay. Well, I'll get back to Tub Tub's sofa. But just to show you, we haven't done your room yet, but I was working on the hallways on this floor. Why was your hallway a point of discussion? Well, I just made sure that people know that it's actually your hallway in the house. This is purely based off of information that you gave me though, because you said the kitchen drawers are open because I'm a person that leaves stuff open. No, not the one in your home. Although, we did add something in here. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Um, we made sure to give you a mirror that you can basically see as soon as you walk out of your room. So that in case you ever need to stream, but you want to admire yourself in the mirror and like forget to press go live, that you have a mirror ready for it. That was Thomas's idea though. That was initially not my addition, but I fully backed the idea. I fully backed the concept. So you're gonna get a lot of mirrors, just so you know. You want a big hallway mirror so bad? See? Well, in the mod mansion, you have one. And you have a lot of wardrobe doors that you can leave open. Also, you're sharing this hallway with Chris. So there's also a bottle of tequila. Mimpim also redeemed it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Also, all you shady mischiefs are all going into the naughty corner. Hey, what can we say? We're just having a good time. I just feel like it makes sense. It is funny, though. You have to admit, it is kind of funny. You made me read it on stream, so you kind of did it to yourself. Also, I want to find a pillow for Tub Tub's sofa, and then I think I'm gonna wrap up the stream for today. Then I'm gonna find us someone to raid. Decorations. I think it is in clutter. Oh god, I have debug on. Hold on. Not good. I already want my CC on. Let's not do debug as well. It's redeemed just before I'm going to get ready for a trial workday. Let's go. That is good timing. That's good karma coming your way. And thank you so much again, Vin, for doing that giveaway. That's literally so incredibly kind of you. Um the broken tub. Yeah, so Tub Tub said that he doesn't mind having water in his tub. So I just added a small tub with water. I decided that that was okay. Because at first I didn't want to do the water, but if Tub Tub is okay with it, it is his room, you know. I'm trying to find the right pillow because the one that I just found. The drawer in my studio, your nail drawer in your studio, your dresser, and your sliding door in the big living room cabinet are currently open. See? What can we say? What can we say? Well, the thing is, you told me because I already added those drawers in the kitchen, and then you were like, oh, that's definitely me. If anyone in this house leaves things open, it's me. And I thought that was funny. Tub Tub, do you want a blankie or do you not like blankies? I actually don't know, but this blankie looks very comfortable, so I kind of want to give it to you. I do it for the plot, even if the bathroom will be smelly. No, you just put bath oil in it. Like every single day, like a fresh drop. Who doesn't like blankies? Okay, good. Well, I don't know. Maybe some people that are like always warm. I think Scott doesn't like blankies. Actually, now that I think about it, I've never seen him with a blankie. And I have a lot of blankies, so he has a lot of opportunity. Also, Teddy Bear Nemo, welcome in. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Um, I love blankies too. I cannot even imagine not having a blankie, but okay, do you like that sofa? Does that look more comfortable than what you had before? I think you actually were right. You absolutely deserved a sofa. So many people have a sofa in their room. You deserved a nice sofa as well. You need to talk about I think I need to too, but the thing is he is one of those people that is just always warm. It's really unfair. You like it? Awesome. It also matches very well with your brand new tequila poster. I love how I've been like working on everyone's room and I keep sort of coming back to your room to like make little changes. But then for all the other rooms, I'm like, no, this is just solid. You can definitely see that your room was first because I was still learning. That's where my friend. Wait, that's where you're going to let your best friend sleep? On that teeny tiny sofa. When you have this entire house at your disposal, you're not going to be like, you know what? You can sleep in the library where we have multiple sofas and nice blankets and no one will come disturb you. Or we have a whole freaking butler apartment. We can just ask the butler to not be here for a couple of days. You'll have your own apartment. No, you'll be like, here's my teeny tiny sofa. I live in a huge mod mansion, but you can use my teeny tiny sofa. I don't know if he doesn't like them actually. But we'd like to chat before we sleep. That's actually the cutest reason that you could give. That is so adorable. But then the butler will be homeless. No, we'll just tell the butler to go stay with family for a weekend. Like, hey, you get a weekend off. Go stay with your family. Like go say hi to your grandma or something, whatever. Well, that's actually adorable. Okay, I can see you two yap before you sleep, you know. If this is the friend that you know that I met. I can absolutely see that. You guys would have some good conversations before sleep. He is okay, good. I forgot his name though. I was thinking about this. In my brain his name is Alex, but I don't know if that actually is the case. And then I was like, what if it's not? That would also be weird. Um so I don't remember, but just know that in my brain he's called Alex. And maybe that's the right name, but maybe it is. Um okay, so I think I'm gonna leave this build here for today. We will definitely get back to this. I might try. So the thing is, I also have to finish my own shell challenge. So maybe next week I won't have the time to work on the mod mansion because next week there is no gaming stream on Monday because I have an interview that I need to be at, which is very exciting. I can't tell you guys what it is yet, but I need to be at an interview. So no gaming stream on Monday next week. There will be a gaming stream on Friday, but we're going to be playing Not So Berry this week. There is a gaming stream on Wednesday next week, and then on Friday next week, there will be a gaming stream, but we won't be building. I can't tell you what it is yet. It's also gonna be at another time than my usual gaming stream. It will be in the evening, but not at my usual time. And we will be gaming, but it won't be building. So, I'll keep you updated about that. That's actually very exciting. So, is it Friday the 16th? I already put it in the announcement in the Discord with the right time as well. Make sure to mark that in your calendar. The roses actually know what it is, by the way. I've told you guys. You just didn't know the date, but now you could connect the dots if you want to. um, will everything be uploaded to YouTube if I can't make it? I think for this one, yes. Yes. 2K away from Rose. You might get it tomorrow then if you're here for co-working, actually. It's not going to be Fortnite. It's not going to be Fortnite. But yeah, next week is a bit of a weird schedule. And then also next week, I will have a stream on Sunday. So Sunday the 18th, I will also have a stream. It's going to be a co-reading stream. So yeah, the schedule next week is a bit weird because we will have the same amount of streams, but they will just be on different dates and a bit like differently themed than usual. But it's going to be a lot of fun things, I promise. Just not building the mod mansion again. And then the week after is the IRL week, but I do plan on doing my regular gaming streams as well, so we should just be able to work on the mod mansion then. I might actually do some extra time building because I'll probably be pretty tired from walking around and doing IRLs. So then it might actually be really nice to do some building because I always feel like for me personally, building is easier than gameplay if I'm lower on energy. Like if I'm tired, it's nice. Yes, that's actually a good shout, Abu. If you want to know the schedule with like also specifically your times, so like in your personal time zone, our Discord is definitely the best place to be. I post it there every Sunday for the week ahead, and then I make sure to write all the times in a specific code so that it shows up in your personal time zone, which is especially useful if you're like a couple of hours in front or a couple of hours behind me, because then sometimes it can be really confusing what times I stream, especially if the schedule changes. Like you'll probably if you're a regular to the stream at this point, you might remember like, oh, this is, like the normal time that she streams. But for special streams, which I will have a lot of in the coming weeks, it might be useful to be in the Discord. But yeah, I'm gonna see who we can raid for today. Yikes, I just saw my own stream. Didn't want to see that per se. Ooh, I have a friend of mine who I actually have not rated in a long, long time. But she is celebrating her 2-year anniversary and she is playing some Sims. So I would absolutely love to go say hi to her because, like I said, I haven't been able to. I don't know if she has streamed on different times than usual. But I just haven't really been able to go say hi to her, and she is so amazing. I've never met her yet, but we have known each other for like 2, 3 years at this point because we started streaming around the same time. Um, Also, thank you so much, Esther, for putting the socials and the VODs in chat. If you are hanging out here and you would like to see any gaming streams that you might have missed, feel free to check out my VODs channel. I re-upload all of my streams from the prior week every Sunday as well. And then if you want to follow me on any of my other socials, I do have a YouTube channel for The Sims as well. I'm active on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Blue Sky, literally all the good places. So feel free to come hang out if you want to. And if you're going to come along on this raid, we do actually have some raid messages that you can copy and paste. I'll be back tomorrow with a co-working stream and a gaming stream. So no gaming stream. I actually said earlier we have a gaming stream on Friday. I lied. I'm going to a concert on Friday. So we have a gaming stream tomorrow. So co-working during the day tomorrow, gaming stream in the evening. We're going to be playing Not So Berry tomorrow. So if you want to come hang out for some chaos, then you're super welcome to. And let me set up that raid. Did I type that correctly? I did. We are going to go say hi to Celeste. If you want to copy one of the raid messages, again, we have ones with emotes if you're sub to the channel. And then we have ones with regular emojis if you are not sub to the channel. And yeah, thank you all so much for being here. I hope you have a great rest of your time zone wherever you are in the world. If you're also going to get some sleep, I hope you have some amazing sleeps. And I hope to see you guys tomorrow or otherwise. Already have a really nice weekend. It feels very silly saying that on a Wednesday already, but um, then I hope to see you guys next week.
There's a tiny text message, a very tiny one. Please read it.
Thank you for this stream, Ro. Take care, y'all.